The Rangers Network is live from Spring Branch, Texas with Smithson Valley High School football.
Make it clap.
It's the 2020 season opener from Ranger Stadium against the Harker Heights Knights. Smithson Valley High School football on the Rangers Network starts now.
It's a night that Smithson Valley Rangers fans have been waiting for, with more questions answered and safety precautions in place. Smithson Valley kicks off the 2020 campaign, trying to improve on last year's 6-5 trip to the bi-district finals as they take the field against the visitors from Harker Heights. It's Rangers, it's the Knights, and it's next, right here on the Rangers Network. Good evening from Smithson Valley High School, right here on the field in beautiful Spring Branch, Texas. My name is Roland J. Reese, and with me this evening, a name the Smithson Valley fans are very familiar with, Mr. Coach Joe Muchagamba. It's great to have you here with us this evening, sir.
Thank you, Roland. It's just a great evening to be here, and it's just a great opportunity for all these kids to get a chance to get out there and put on the field what they've been working so hard for.
Absolutely. With, questions in the air, is it going to happen? And, finally they've seen their way clear, like we say, with safety precautions in place, etc., to get this thing kicked off. And it's very, very important. I mean, to a lot, like you said, to a lot of the players who've been preparing for this.
Well, there's no question. I mean, a lot of them, this is last year, some of them, and just and now it's here. So, you're thankful for everybody that's given them an opportunity to get out on the field, and we'll see what they can come up with tonight.
Absolutely. Well, Coach Harker Heights, under head coach Jerry Edwards, 4-7 last season. They as well were bi-district finalists. 15 Lettermen returning to this year's squad for the Knights. 5 on the offensive end and 5 on the defensive end as far as starters are concerned. And one of the spotlights offensively shines on number 10, Terrence Carter.
Yeah, Terrence is going to get his chances tonight. They think they got him starting at receiver tonight. He played quite a bit of quarterback last year, and I'm after visiting with Coach Hill this week, I think that there's a chance we'll see him taking some snaps from the center also, just to get him as many touches as they might be able to get him on a Friday night.
And on the defensive end, they say that defense is centered around the leadership of number 42, Jack Bice.
Jack Bice is a real physical player. They're both of them are really big inside. He might be a little more athletic, but we'll see. The O-lines from Smithson Valley is going to have to hook up and get to work tonight to control those two young men.
And speaking of here at Smithson Valley, a sideline you've been familiar with many, many years as the defensive coordinator. 36 returning Lettermen. They've got 3 starters on the offensive end of the football, 5 defensive starters, and a very young quarterback, a young man who spent last season as a cornerback in Jalen Nutt.
Yeah, Jalen's an interesting young man. He's a really great football player. He started the last 2 years for him at corner. He's coming in as a freshman 4 years ago, I guess. He was that class's quarterback, and then they moved him over to cornerback. And now he's back taking the reins, and he's really kind of the leader of the show. So it'll be interesting to watch him tonight.
Looking at what he did defensively last year for the Rangers, 47 tackles and 3 interceptions as he transitions. We were talking a little bit about this before the game, and you were mentioning that he was originally a quarterback coming into this, but last season they moved him to the defensive end of the ball, I guess, to either give him some reps or let him be able to experience the game from that angle, which will probably help him along the way as a quarterback.
Well, he's a tremendous player, so as a sophomore, you want to get him on the field. He's not going to be your quarterback because of the upperclassmen in front of him. So you got to, you don't want him just to be a backup quarterback for 2 years, right?
Right.
Somebody like that, you want him on the field, and they put him at corner, and he did a real good job for 2 years for him there, and now it's his turn. It's his turn to go step across the line and take the snaps from the other side.
Absolutely, and they're counting on the leadership on that offensive line of the names of Muchagamba and Benka to kind of seal things up for a very young offensive specialist team in Smithson Valley this year. On the defensive end, can't say a lot, but we certainly did pregame talking about the young defensive tackle, and that's Trey Moore.
Trey is playing defensive end. And
Defensive end,
yes,
correct.
sir. Yeah, and he's been there since he was a sophomore, and he's a really good football player. You know, he's got some experience, you know, and size and speed and all that's really important, but I don't know if you can replace that experience that he's had the last couple of years. So we're talking about Smithson Valley's offensive line needing to occupy the interior D-line from Harker. Well, Harker's got some issues they're going to have to deal with from Smithson Valley tonight also on their D-line.
Absolutely. For defensive end, Moore, 39 tackles and 5 sacks last season. And some other great experience we'll talk about here throughout the game. For Coach Joe Muchagamba, my name is Roland J. Reese. We'll be right back with kickoff from Smithson Valley Stadium in just a moment. This is Ranger Football on the Ranger Network.
Let me ask you a question. Do you need a video for your business? Huh? The bears poop in the woods? I guess that's a yes. Your video can be seen anywhere, at any time, and by anyone. So, what do you think of the video, Nana?
It's off the hook, honey.
Mind blown. I heard it was very expensive to make videos. Not at all when you hire Wick Productions. Do you know how easy it is making a video with Wick Productions? As easy as taking candy from a baby. So there you have it. Success is at your fingertips. Call Wick Productions today.
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You know, you have a beautiful office, but I brought a few things that I think you're really going to like.
Donna?
Principal Wall, are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
Back with you now, live from Ranger Stadium in Spring Branch, Texas, on the campus of Smithson Valley High School. Just moments away from kickoff. The Harker Heights Knights coming in from Harker Heights to take on the Smithson Valley Rangers. As a matter of fact, the coin toss, Smithson Valley won the toss and has elected to defer to the second half. So Harker Heights should get the football to start tonight's ball game. Any keys, Coach, you see going in at this point? I mean, preseason, both teams still need to get their legs under them to get things started.
Well, I mean, they both, we're fixing to see who's, obviously they've both been working hard and preparing, but the amount of time they've had off, we're going to see maybe who's kind of taking more advantage of getting ready in the amount of time they've had, which has been quite a while.
That absolutely the tail of the tape. As Austin Hauser gets set to kick this off for the Rangers. The Rangers faithful up on their feet to await the kickoff. Moments away from the start of the 2020 season for the Smithson Valley Rangers, and we thank you so much for joining us along the Ranger Network this evening. Whistle, and of course there's the ball in the air. The season is underway. Kickoff is handled at the 15, now coming near side, stopped at the 20-yard line. And that's where the Knights will go to work, 1st and 10. Handling that kickoff was Marcus Maple.
You got Wyatt Hanson in on the tackle right there, fitting real nice off of his guys down, beating him downfield.
Absolutely. Coming on, quarterback Sean West. He'll be taking the snaps. We got 2 receivers near side, single receiver to the far side. Here's the snap. The give to the up back. That is the running back, Rashawn Sanford. He'll be met there and apparently dropped for loss.
They got pretty good penetration there from up inside the defensive line. I couldn't really tell who it was, but they got some penetration that kind of blew that play up a little bit.
Call it a loss of 1. It'll be 2nd and 11. Line of scrimmage is the 19-yard line for Harker Heights. 2 receivers near side. 2 to the far side. This time a toss out. It's complete. Good coverage that time by the Smithson Valley secondary. Pass was complete, but held for little or no gain.
Yeah, they got them set up right now. You play good in first and second down, and you get them in the 3rd and long, and then now's your chance to get off the field and get the game started off right before you turn the ball over to the offense here. We'll see what happens. I look for maybe Coach Worsford probably dial something up here. He'd come after the quarterback, not let him stand there.
Got 3 receivers to the near side, a single receiver to the far side. On this 3rd and 10 line of scrimmage is the Harker Heights 20-yard line.
They showing
quarterback West in the shotgun formation and the whistle.
They showing a little bit of pressure, and Harker Heights getting a little bit of antsy there. They're not quite able to hold it in there.
And a procedure call against Harker Heights. That's going to back them up, put them in an even bigger hole than they were in.
Well, we're going to see some possible matchup issues out here with their big, tall receivers, and Smithson Valley's not quite as blessed with that height at corner, but they got some good players out there, so let's see what happens.
Now from the 15, it's 3rd and 15. The snap,
there you go.
And he's got to get rid of it real quick. The quarterback West does that and the pass is incomplete. And that'll be 4th down and bring up a punting situation for the Knights.
Yeah, I believe Malachi Lane put on quite a bit of pressure on him on that.
Back to return to the ring, number 26, Tyler Clark.
So the return men for Smithson Valley waiting back at the Harker Heights 45-yard line. Snap a low line drive punt that's handled by one of the return men at the 35. Getting down to about the 33-yard line for the Smithson Valley return. And the Rangers will go on offense for the first time this season.
Well, that's the way you want to start out. I guarantee you Coach Hill was talking to him about that. Let's kick off to them, hold them back there, get them in 3rd and long, 4th down, make them punt, and create a short field for the offense. So they're set up. Now let's see what the O can do.
Jalen Nutt in at quarterback. Eric Brooks among the running backs in the backfield with Nutt on a 1st down, and it'll be Brooks who gets the call, banging out across the 30 down to around the 27-yard line before he's met there and dropped. Nice run by the Ranger running back.
Yeah, the right side of the whole line opened up. Nice hole right there, Roland.
Great job. Got to give that offensive line credit. Like you said, they're kind of the silent leaders out there of the offensive attack. Rangers send 3 receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side on this 2nd and 4. Nutt gets the snap. Nutt calls his own number and crosses the 20 down to around the 19-yard line. Nice pickup for the quarterback. Over on the stop that time was middle linebacker Eric Moore, but that ought to bring up a 1st down for Smithson Valley. They're marking this at the 20. Just underway. We're scoreless. Rangers' first offensive drive of the evening. They send 2 receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Here's Nutt barking out signals. Once again, he'll call his own number, may get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That was a good job by number 66 from Harker Heights. He split a double team and got some pressure, and they made the tackle.
We talked about Jack Bice pregame. He came over to make the stop that time. Probably the spiritual leader of that defensive attack there for Harker Heights. Stop Nutt there for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Line of scrimmage is the Harker Heights 20. Single receiver either side for quarterback Jalen Nutt. He'll take the snap. This time the handoff goes inside. It's Gabe Hoskins with the carry. Cracks a 20. He'll pick up a couple of tough yards right there in the middle. They'll mark this at about the 17. Brings up a 3rd and 7. Checking into the ball game right now, tight end Will Ford. As the Rangers break huddle. Single receiver either side. Brooks to the far side. Avery here to the near side. Here's Nutt calling his own number, crossing the 15. He'll get down, call it about the 13. By looks of things, he's going to be shy of a first down.
It's a big play by 32 from Harker Heights, big defensive end. If it wasn't for him, he might be in the end zone right now. They're going to kick it.
Defensive end David Wilson, you mentioned, coming over to make the stop.
Yes.
Here's a field goal attempt. Armstrong to try this. The snap. The kick is good. And with 7:29 left to go in the first quarter, we have a score. Our score right now, Smithson Valley 3, Harker Heights nothing. We'll be back with more action in just a moment. This is Ranger Football on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Brenda Bueno, loan assistant at Sage Capital Bank. We want to give a shout out to all the Smithson Valley coaches and teachers for all that they do. Go Rangers!
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40, down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Wow. 78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. You'll have the best house at rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828 and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
Following the Smithson Valley kickoff, Holzer kicks off to Harker Heights. And the kickoff is handled across the 20 down to around the 21-yard line is where the Knights will put this in play. 1st and 10. Knights having trouble with their first offensive possession of the evening while the Rangers able to capitalize.
Tackle by number 7.
Yeah, I guess we'll start seeing what the coaches are doing on the sideline as far as making their adjustments. They haven't thrown the ball up the field yet and probably anticipate that happening this series.
So the Knights break huddle. They'll send 2 receivers out to the near side, single receiver out to the far side on this 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Here's a snap, a quick out. Pass is caught. And that's number 3, Marcus Maple. Make the catch and across the 20 to around the 21-yard line. Give him a pickup of 1 on that quick out. It'll be 2nd and 9. Ranger defense has looked good in pursuit and holding on so far. Of course, we're still early on. 2nd down. West calls for the snap, decides to call his own number. Gets up across the 25 to near the 30-yard line before he'll be met there on the stop. It's Luke Seminaro coming over to make the stop from his defensive tackle position. Good gain that time by the Knight quarterback. It'll be 3rd and 1. So once again, 2 receivers out to the near side and a single receiver to the far side for quarterback Sean West. Here's the snap. The handoff, nothing doing there as that Smithson Valley defense really came and put the hit on running back Rashawn Sanford. Stopped him for about a 3-4 yard loss all the way back to the 25.
Yeah, that was a great job of penetrating with Diego Hamilton.
Diego Hamilton from that defensive tackle position. And that'll bring up another punting situation for Harker Heights as they've been haven't been able to get anything generated thus far. High snap. It's pulled down. This one takes a Harker Heights bounce. And they'll kill it at about the Smithson Valley, call it the 33-yard line.
That's another good series defensively. You know, they're running around pretty well. Don't know what all they're doing right and wrong, but they are hustling around and making plays. A little bit longer field for the offense now. They didn't field that punt, and it hurt them with some yardage on the roll.
So Brooks and Ford go flanked out to the far side. We got a single receiver near side for quarterback Jalen Nutt on this first down. Here's a pass. This one complete across the 35, the 40, across midfield, and down into Harker Heights territory. Goes a receiver, and that's Garrett Brooks. Oh, we'll check that number. That is Zach McDonald. Yes. I got my 9s and my 6 mixed up there. See how that works? Great catch that time by McDonald on the far side of the field, and that'll move the ball to the 42-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Smithson Valley back in Harker Heights territory.
Gadget touchdown.
This time,
catch it.
Gadget play, just out of the reach or just underthrown the intended receiver there at the 15-yard line.
It was a well set up Gadget play. Just didn't quite finish it, but it was great design. Might come back to that. You never know.
Jacob Cernahouse, who's the backup quarterback in the game that time, took the ball and was looking for his receiver downfield, just underthrew just a bit. It's Maverick Freeland now at the wide receiver position, checks into the game on this 2nd and 10. 2 receivers to the near side. Freeland goes out to the far side. Here's Nutt. Play action, unloads. Overthrew his intended receiver. That was McDonald down at about the 13-yard line. No penalty markers on that play.
Now look like they got their feet tangled up a little bit.
But that brings up a 3rd down and 10 for Smithson Valley. Once again, the Harker Heights 42-yard line. This time, number 30, Garrison Eggleston checks into the game, goes flank to the right side. Here's Nutt calling his own number across the 35, the 30-yard line. Be taken out of bounds just inside the 25, but that ought to move the chains and give the Rangers a 1st down.
This Jalen's shown something pretty special with his feet right there. Pretty good hole, but he had to make a couple of them miss once he cleared the line of scrimmage.
Still in Domel checking into the ball game. Wide receiver spot along with Maverick Freeland. Now the line of scrimmage, the Harker Heights 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for Smithson Valley. Here's the snap. Nice pass out intended for Freeland, but just overthrew his intended target. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for Smithson Valley. Zach McDonald checking back in. Freeland, along with Domel coming out of the ball game. Check that. Domel returning. You know, it's always great from this vantage point to guess what the coach is saying at this point. Now we know what he's saying that we got the coach in here. We know what's going on.
Well,
here on the sideline.
I don't know about that.
Here's the pass out to the far side. This one caught by Garrett Brooks at about the 25-yard line. Pass complete. No gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, number 24. Did a good job on that. He got a guy blocking on him, but he splits the block and comes up and makes a play on the little hitch.
Rajai Rogers, that's correct, from his left cornerback position.
Yes.
Making the hit. Break huddle. Brooks and McDonald go flanked out to the right side. Single receiver, that's Freeland to the left. Here's the snap. Here's Nutt, the keeper, still on his feet. Across the 25, the 20. And he'll be run out of bounds at, well, they're going to call it about the 20-yard line. Give him a pickup of 5, but what could have been a loss at least turned into a 5-yard gain.
5 yards on the play. It's 4th and 5.
Yeah, that makes it difficult on the defense when you got everything bottled up and looks like you got everything stopped, and he somehow comes shaking out of there and picks up about 5 on you. That can become a little frustrating.
And there'll be a timeout on the field as the Rangers take one right now. We'll take one with them. 3:42 left to go in the first quarter. It's Smithson Valley 3, Harker Heights nothing on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Brenda Bueno, loan assistant at Sage Capital Bank. We want to give a shout out to all the Smithson Valley coaches and teachers for all that they do. Go Rangers!
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Wow. 78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828 and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
Here's the situation, 4th and 5 now from the Harker Heights 20-yard line, and Rangers decide to go for it. Here's Nutt, quick out, pass caught. Still on his feet across the 15, the 10, the 5. And I believe they're saying he stepped out of bounds just before crossing the end zone. I believe that's the call. See, pass caught there. Nice job by
Kyler Clark.
That is Kyler Clark with the catch. So close.
Big 4th down pickup right there.
That's it. Keep the drive alive. It'll be 1st and goal. Line of scrimmage is the Harker Heights 4-yard line. Rangers break huddle. Here's the snap. Nutt the handoff. And this time the running back, it's Justin Avery, got caught. Or correction, that's a 9. That's Garrett Brooks with the carry. And he's going to lose one on that play. Be 2nd and goal now from the 5-yard line. Good pursuit that time. Christopher Sistrunk from his rover position coming over to put the hit on for Harker Heights. 2nd and goal, line of scrimmage is the 5-yard line. 2 receivers to the far side and a single receiver to the near side for quarterback Nutt. Here's Nutt calling his own number across the 5 down to around the 3-yard line. He'll be stopped there on the play.
You got David Wilson on tackle again for Harker, number 32. He's having a pretty good night. He's
absolutely
around the football an awful lot.
Little help from Malik Francis from his Sam linebacker position. Hoskins checking back in for Coach Hill, along with Maverick Freeland at that wide receiver position. It's 3rd and goal. Line of scrimmage is the 3-yard line. Certainly hope you can come away from this drive with 6 or 7, to be the case. Nutt, the keeper. And this time, I believe the indication from the referee. That's a touchdown, Smithson Valley. Nice carry by the Ranger quarterback. Here's Holzer to try the extra point. The Oh, the kick is good with 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Our score now, Smithson Valley 10, Harker Heights nothing. You're enjoying Ranger football right here on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to partner with Comel ISD in supporting our community, families, and students. Go Rangers!
Let me ask you a question. Do you need a video for your business? The bears poop in the woods? I guess that's a yes. Your video can be seen anywhere, at any time, and by anyone. So, what do you think of the video, Nana?
It's off the hook, honey.
Mind blown. I heard it was very expensive to make videos. Not at all when you hire Wick Productions. Do you know how easy it is making a video with Wick Productions? As easy as taking candy from a baby. So there you...
3-yard touchdown run by Jalen Nutt, and the extra point conversion puts the Rangers up 10-0 with 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. As on the return and breaking tackles, it's Marcus Maple. Now down into Smithson Valley territory. Penalty markers are down. Maple will take it the distance, but we will check these penalty markers. Normally at that point, Coach, what do you expect to
well,
call?
You're looking at there's probably a push in the back or block below the waist or something. You know, maybe a personal foul. You know, block. It's not necessary. It's so far behind the play, but. That's a good answer for Harker Heights, but unfortunately it looks like it's probably going to come on back for them, which is good for the Rangers, as we know.
So the Knights will have the football. We'll see. Here comes the call. As you said, legal block in the back by Harker Heights. That will negate the touchdown run, and it'll be a first down for the Knights. That's got to be one of those things that just make your coaches pull their hair out.
Yeah, and that hurts your confidence a little bit, as you know, because not much is really going right for you yet, and you return a kickoff for a touchdown, and then it comes back again. So, you know, they'll stay on it, they'll snap the ball and see what they can do here.
Well, and this backs it all the way back up into Harker Heights territory at about the 26-yard line. And that's where they'll go to work, 1st and 10 with 1:42 left to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to spread it out a little bit here. They got their halfback in the slot, and they took the big fullback and put him by the quarterback. They might hand it to him, but he's back there to block mainly.
Here's the snap for West.
Uh-oh.
Quick throw.
Turnover.
And I believe the Rangers did come away with it.
Yeah, they tried a little RPO and when pulled the ball out of the belly of the fullback, the ball just kind of popped out of there. Looked like Moore got on it.
That was Trey Moore from his defensive end position with that interception. Talked about him quite a bit. 39 tackles, 5 sacks last season for Trey Moore. Looks like even with that interception, he's going to have a repeat performance of a great year defensively. I know things just getting started, but you've got to get that momentum in place.
Let's see what happens here. See if they go and take a shot right here at him or what they're going to do. Turnover, catch them where they're down, maybe.
Line of scrimmage is the 25-yard line, the Harker Heights 25-yard line for Smithson Valley on this 1st and 10. There's Nutt calling for the ball. Hands off. Coming around the near side goes the running back.
It's Gabe Hoskins.
That is Gabe Hoskins.
It's Hoskins again.
And you know, you talk about Hoskins, 388 yards, 4 touchdowns last year for the Ranger running back. And we'll give him a pickup of 3 on that play. Gomel checks into the ball game for the Rangers on this second. Well, they're going to call it 2nd and 8 and mark this at the 23. Once again, the handoff coming near side this time. Hoskins will be ridden down, or check that.
This is Christian Wooden from Harker Heights on 38, making good, defeating the block and making a good tackle on that one.
It was Hoskins with the carry. And going to throw him back for a loss all the way to the 27-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd and 11 now for Smithson Valley. So Rangers break huddle. Here's Nutt marking out the signals. Dropping back. Feeling pressure. He unloads looking downfield. That pass just broken up. Good defensive coverage that time by Harker Heights as the pass was intended for Zach McDonald. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 12. Rangers gambled last time on a 4th down. Will they roll the dice again?
Looks like they're fixing to go for it again.
Freeland checks into the ball game. He'll go flanked out to the right side. 2 receivers near side. So twins either side for quarterback Nutt. As he takes the snap, drops back, feeling pressure. He rolls out of pressure. He's in the grasp. He's going to be sacked. Back at about the 36-yard line, and that's where Harker Heights will take over on downs.
Yeah, that's tough. 4th and 11, I guess it is. Most people probably know what you got to throw it downfield. You can't throw a little hitch out there. You need some yardage. And number 32,
David Wilson. We've talked about that young man quite a bit, and it's just been 1 quarter thus far.
Right. Yeah, he's shown to be a really fine football player.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Knights at their own 37-yard line. West fakes the handoff, rolls to the near side. Pass intended for Marcus Maple. The pass was incomplete, and that'll set up a 2nd and 10.
A lot of pressure by Moore, and I'm trying to figure out who the other one was. Looked like Joel Herring was the other one.
So thus far, we were talking earlier, it seemed like last year that Harker Heights was much more of a running team, although this year they're trying to air it out a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're right. They've got some really special players out on the edge that they need to get. They need to get it in their hands a little bit.
West this time the carry, he'll get across the 40, be stopped just shy of the 41-yard line.
They're just having a hard time buying the quarterback enough time to get it to him.
Defensive tackle Luke Seminaro coming over to make the stop. 19 tackles, 2 sacks on the season last year.
They've got some experience on the defensive line, which is really nice.
That'll run the clock out in the 1st quarter, and our score at the end of 1, Smithson Valley 10, Harker Heights nothing. We'll be back with 2nd quarter action in just a moment here on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You know, you have a beautiful office, but I brought a few things that I think you're really going to like.
Donna?
Principal Wall, are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
Harker Heights has the ball to start the 2nd quarter, 3rd and 5 from their own 41-yard line. West with the snap, unloads, looking downfield, has a man. That's Maples. Takes it to the house, and that's a touchdown for Harker Heights.
Well, you knew they're going to challenge him eventually. Hadn't really had a chance. Protecting bought the quarterback enough time that play to get it down the field.
So apparently we got a game out here in Spring Branch this evening as Harker Heights has come to life with just 7 seconds into the second quarter. Extra point attempt, snap is down, kick is up, and it's good. 7 ticks of the clock into quarter number 2, and our score is now Smithson Valley 10, Harker Heights 7. Back with more in a moment on the Ranger Network.
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Wow. 78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828 and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
Back with you now at Smithson Valley High School at Rangers Stadium here in Spring Branch, Texas, where we just seen quarterback Sean West pull up and go to Marcus Maple for a 53-yard touchdown pass and catch to get the Knights on the board with 7 seconds into the quarter. And our score is now Smithson Valley 10, Harker Heights 7. As we were talking about from a run team last year, which was mainly centered around their quarterback last year, who was Terrence Carter. They decided to open it up a little bit more. They've got Carter in at one wide receiver, Maple in at the other, and they took advantage of it right there.
Well, we'll see that again because they're having a hard time running the football at this point. You know, who knows what will happen from here on out, but they found something that maybe they're going to come back to that. So we'll just see what happens down the road.
Harker Heights teeing this thing up and kicking it off to the Rangers. There's a whistle, and the men down there in the striped shirts blow this play dead.
Delay a game.
So that ought to back it up just a bit.
Back it up 5.
And Harker Heights will do it again. This ought to help with putting the return on. Would you say on a play like this?
Yeah, you know, Smithson Valley, I've known them for quite a while. They put a lot of emphasis on their kicking game. So they were talking Wednesday that they looked like felt like they had some opportunities for some big plays, some good big returns in these phases of the game. So let's see what happens.
So the Knights, Diego Fierro on to kick this thing off. And this will be handled by Smithson Valley on the far side of the field at the 20, the 25-yard line. And as you were saying, look at this, across midfield, the 40-yard line. He'll be stopped in Harker Heights territory at around the 32. Rangers in great field position once again.
That's a big answer. You know, they just gave up a big play, so obviously it's real easy to get your dauber down and start wondering, what's going on. But play like that get your feelings right back where they need to be.
Kyler Clark returning that for the Rangers, getting it down to the 30-yard line of Harker Heights.
Kyler's had a couple of big plays tonight.
As the offensive unit comes onto the field to run a 1st and 10 from the Knight 30. 2 receivers near side. Here's the handoff going straight ahead for Smithson Valley. Carrying the ball, that is Gabe Hoskins. Look at Gerald Van Sickle from his right guard position, just blowing the way open for him that time to pick up 4. As once again, the Rangers break huddle. It's McDonald coming flanked out to the near side on this 2nd and 6. Not the snap. Nothing gives straight ahead across the 25 goes Hoskins. And time following the block of Colton Thomason.
Colton Thomason, that's a big old rascal, isn't he, bro?
Yes, he is. I don't know quite his, what were we saying, about 6'8", 3 something, 3 and change.
Yeah, 3 and a lot of change, I think.
But he certainly is. You know, even old man like me could run behind a young man like that, I tell you what. Gain to 6, 3rd and 4. And I run the 40 in about half a day. Here's Nutt with the snap. Straight ahead, across the 20, leaping over tacklers and out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Oh, what a job. Nakoa Cybern Franklin coming over to make the stop on the Ranger quarterback. What great presence of mind to get over his defenders there and get the Rangers a first down. Watch this. Just up and over.
That's great individual effort on Jalen's part.
Oh, man. 1st and 10 for the 20-yard line. Again, the snap. Here's Nutt. Here's the handoff coming near side. That's Hoskins.
They're running the ball into the boundary. You know, Coach Hill mentioned something about, you know, they saw some things where they felt like they'd be able to run it a little bit more effectively into the boundary, getting a hat on a hat and letting the running back just find the crease to stick it up inside.
And Hoskins is banging his way for about 3 or sometimes more every time he catches, touches the ball, should say. From 17, it's 2nd and 7. They can pick up a first at the 10. Receivers either side this time for Nutt. Here's man in motion. He'll fake the handoff, and Nutt keeps it himself. Moving that pile down to around the 12-yard line. Strong young man there. He just put all those tacklers on his back, as you'll notice here. Trying to hold him back, and Nutt just falls ahead.
Look like they might be getting a little hard-headed here. We're just going to run the football maybe. I don't know. Hadn't thrown it in about 5 plays. Let that offensive line do some work, huh?
I guess so. Like we were talking about, a lot of leadership on that offensive line. 3rd and 1 now for Smithson Valley. Nutt looking to the sideline. He takes the snap. Here's the give. Hoskins across the 10, the 5. Hoskins into the end zone.
Fumbled, but they got on it. It's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown for the Rangers. Notice the replay here. Hoskins. It seems though he was down already when the ball come loose. So that'll put him on the board with 8:48 left to go before halftime.
Hauser fixing to kick another one here.
Hauser on to try the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up. And with 8:48 left to go before halftime, our score now, Smithson Valley 17, Harker Heights 7. More Ranger football in a moment here on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Brenda Bueno, loan assistant at Sage Capital Bank. We want to give a shout out to all the Smithson Valley coaches and teachers for all that they do. Go Rangers!
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Wow. 78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828 and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
Back with you now at Ranger Stadium on the campus of Smithson Valley High School. Gabe Hoskins, 11-yard touchdown run with 8:48 left to go before halftime. Gets the Rangers on the board once again. They've opened up that lead over Harker Heights to 17-7.
That was a big answer right there after big pass play for a touchdown. You got the big kickoff return, and then put together a little 30-yard drive and put it in the end zone.
That certainly was knowing that they had an answer, and I believe they're going to re-kick this as we're hearing. That's one thing I think we're able to hear a little bit more what the referees have to say due to the field mic down there. I've noticed that with sporting events since the restart up. You're able to catch a little bit more about what's going on the field by hearing the officiating crews. Sometimes the players when they let things slip, but we won't, not at this level, of course.
No.
So the Rangers are going to tee this up and re-kick it. We got Rashawn Sanford waiting back deep for Harker Heights. Beat about the 15-yard line as the Ranger faithful take to their feet for the kickoff. This one comes to one of the up men at about the 24-yard line. It'll be Terrence Carter who handled that.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he threw that hand up so quick. I thought he might try to do something with the football.
Yeah, especially he was known for not only his passing abilities last year, but also mainly for his running abilities, as we understand, which is probably why they moved him out to wide receiver this season. Who knows? That's why you are the coach, and that's why I just sit here and say this is what's going on. 8:48 left to go, 17-7, Smithson Valley on top of Harker Heights. Harker Heights has it 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Here's the handoff going around the far side. Nice run across the 40, across midfield before he's knocked out of bounds. Goes the running back, and I believe that is Rashawn Sanford.
Yes, it is. He got there in a hurry.
And that'll move the chains and give the Knights a big first down. Line of scrimmage is now the Smithson Valley 46-yard line. Or correction, that'll be the Harker Heights 46-yard line with the 1st and 10. Man in motion far side. Here's West dropping back, looking downfield, airing it out. And as you said, there we go. Terrence Carter with a touchdown. You said, Coach, look for it again, and there it is again.
Yeah, they're gonna continue with that. And the biggest reason they can't do anything else. They're having a difficult time running the football, although the previous play was a big run for them. But they're going to keep going against those mismatches, it looks like.
So Diego Fierro comes on to try the extra point with 8:30 left, 18 seconds after the Smithson Valley score. Kick is up. This one's blocked. This one is blocked. And the Rangers hold on to a 4-point lead, 17-13 over Harker Heights. We'll be back with more in a moment right here on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to partner with Comel ISD in supporting our community, families, and students. Go Rangers!
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless, your Smithson Valley dentist. We are proud to be located right here in the Spring Branch Bulverde community. On Highway 46, between Ranger Stadium and Highway 281, you'll find Summer Hill Dental. Dental care with advanced technology. We specialize in family, cosmetic, and implant dentistry. Come see us at Summer Hill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
Back at Ranger Stadium here on the campus of Smithson Valley High School, it took Harker Heights 18 seconds to answer a Smithson Valley Ranger touchdown with a 54-yard pass and catch to Terrence Carter. The extra point was blocked, and the Rangers are holding on to a 17-13 lead. Fierro on to kick this off. And once again, far side of the field, return set up for Smithson Valley. And I believe that's Clark once again with the return.
I believe it's Kyler.
And the Rangers will have the football. Line of scrimmage will be their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Well, I guess from an early on kind of feeling each other out to see what they may do to now answering each other in the end zone. Will this be a game of who blinks first?
Well, it'll be interesting to see. They're both just a chess game. They're still going back and forth. They're both trying to figure out what's going to work best for them.
Two receivers either side. Nutt this time overthrows his intended receiver, who was Zach McDonald. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line. Smithson Valley certainly showing a bit of prowess there on the ground, keeping the running game going, but that, of course, will open up your passing game, and I'm sure that's what they had in mind with that attempted play. Is Freeland coming in to the ball game. Right. Break huddle, McDonald comes out to the near side, Freeland to the far side on this 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line. Here's the snap. The fake this time, pass complete to Freeland across the 40, down to around the 41-yard line before he's driven back. In on the stop that time was Rajai Rogers. Little help also coming over from Jacob Bermea for Harker Heights. Gain of 7. No, that'll bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Rangers. Kyler Clark, we talked about him, checking into the ball game along with Dylan Domel. Also checking in Will Ford. Break huddle, McDonald comes to the near side. Pair of receivers to the far side. Nutt takes the snap, rolls far side, tries to keep it, and he'll be stopped at about the 42. Good defensive pursuit that time by Harker Heights.
No question. They tried to sprint out on it, and the defensive end, I think that was Wood, number 38, got it all pulled up, and then came in Jack Bice.
Jack Bice came over to wrap him up. There'll be a loss of a couple. And it's a 4th and 5 right now for the Rangers from the 40-yard line. The snap. The punt. This will roll out of bounds. Maple was waiting back at his own 20-yard line. And that'll turn the possession over to Harker Heights with the 1st and 10. A little bit later on, we'll check some scores from around the area, find out just who's doing what. On this, I believe it's the first week that 5A and 6A are able to tee it up and play.
This is the first week that they're able to do that. Some are still having a scrimmage one more week because they got started a little bit later, but those that are playing, this is the first chance.
We'll certainly take a look at some of those scores in a bit. It's 1st and 10, line of scrimmage, the 30-yard line. The handoff goes straight ahead. Breaking tackles is the running back for Harker Heights. Let's see if we get a number on that. That's Quentin Howard actually in at running back. Breaking tackles down to, we'll see where they spot this. They will spot it at the 45. Is that correct? Yes, the Harker Heights 45. So big run. Move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 Knights.
Okay. Yeah, they had him hemmed up in the backfield. He broke 2 or 3 tackles. You're just going to have to get him, he's a pretty big guy, so you're going to have to get him down around the legs. You're not going to be able to get him up high.
Pressure coming, ball on the ground. Rangers are saying they have it. We have any indication but the referee? Yes, they do. It's Smithson Valley football. Good defensive pressure coming that time on quarterback Sean West. Cale Williams came over to put one of the early hits on the Harker Heights quarterback. Two receivers far side, single receiver near side on this 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line rather. Give right side. And that is Hoskins with the carry. Banging his way out to near the 25. We'll see where they spot this. Actually on the 25-yard line is where it'll be, so they'll give him a pickup of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 with 6:19 left to go in the half. Rangers holding on to a 4-point lead. Trying to capitalize off a big Harker Heights turnover. Two receivers near side, single receiver to the far side. 2nd and 6, here's the snap. Here's Nutt, the keeper, across the 20, across the 10. He'll be brought down at about the 7-yard line. Is coming over to make the stop, Nakoa Cybert Franklin for Harker Heights, but that ought to move the chains and give the Rangers a 1st and goal.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the right side of the offensive line right there. The right tackle, trying to call his name. I can't think of what his name might be, Roland.
The right tackle is Smithson Valley?
Yes, that's Dornberg.
Dornberg.
Yes. Great block on the defensive end that time, and it's been making a lot of plays all night long. 1st and goal from the 7-yard line, which is where the ball is spotted. Here's Nutt, the snap, Nutt, the keeper. Nutt across the 5. Nutt tries to leap into the end zone, no call from the referee. But he got it down there close. Once again, Cybert Franklin with the stop for Harker Heights. Well, I like Nutt's leaping ability. He's just not afraid to take that thing in the air and get down. Look for that pylon. Yeah, that's Benchka at right tackle. I got the name wrong last play. That's Benchka over there. He had another great job of blocking right there. Put his guy on his back.
Second and goal. Line of scrimmage is the 1-yard line. Nutt, the handoff far side. That's Hoskins. And that's a Smithson Valley touchdown.
Looked like the offensive line starting to do a little wear and tear on their D-line.
That could be because that defense has been on the field an awful long time.
They've been on the field a lot.
So that could definitely be wearing on them just a bit. Here's Hoser on to try the extra point for Smithson Valley. And the kick is up, and it's good. 5:44 left to go before halftime. Our score is Smithson Valley 24, Harker Heights 13. Back with more in a moment on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You know, you have a beautiful office, but I brought a few things that I think you're really going to like.
Donna?
Principal Wall, are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
Ranger Stadium is where we are, and we've just seen Gabe Hoskins take the ball over from 1 yard out for Smithson Valley. Extra point good, 5:44 remaining before halftime, and the Rangers go up 24-13. We've seen quite a few points here in the first half of this ball game.
There've been a whole bunch in the second quarter.
Here's the kickoff handled on the far side of the field. and out of bounds as handling the kickoff for Harker Heights. That was Emir Washington, sophomore running back, playing special teams for the Knights. It'll be 1st and 10 for Harker Heights. Line of scrimmage is the 27-yard line. Started with 7:29 to go in the first quarter with a Smithson Valley field goal. At the 2-minute mark, they would add a touchdown on a Jalen Nutt 3-yard run. And as Coach mentioned, a whole lot of points here scored in the second quarter, that is, 10 in the first. West fakes the handoff, throws downfield, pass is complete. About the 39-yard line for Maples, who hauls that in, and that'll move the chains and give the Knights a first down.
Harker Heights offensive line's doing a little bit better job of protecting, giving quarterback West a little more time back there. It'll be interesting to see when Coach Worcester starts dialing some things up to go get him.
They're marking this at the Knights' 40. 1st and 10 for Harker Heights. Here's the snap, here's the give. Good job defensively for Smithson Valley as they come over to stop the running back. Once again, it's Washington for Harker Heights, who's checked into the game.
So there you go again, 1st and 10. You know, they get a yard or two, not know what they're looking for. So I'd be looking for the ball to be thrown up the field again, which means we're probably going to see some pressure from the Rangers.
Give them a pickup of 1, 2nd and 9 now from the 39-yard line.
Here it comes.
Here's the snap. Unloads, pass complete to Maples, shaking a tackle at the 50-yard line. And on his train down to around the 28. Another big pickup on that pass and catch play from West to Maples.
They bought the pressure, just didn't quite get there in time. Then they missed a tackle out in the open field on the receiver. It's, yards after the catch is something that's they'll be talking to at halftime, I'm sure.
David De Hoyos from his safety position, saving the touchdown there. It's 1st and 10 now from the Ranger 29-yard line. West under center, drops back, pass complete. Near side, trying to shake tackles is Rashawn Sanford. As he hauls that in across the 25 down to around the 24-yard line. You see Trey Moore getting up off the bottom of that pile, along with number 96, Luke Seminaro.
Well, as a coach, you really like to see your defensive linemen getting up off the tackles downfield or out wide. That means they're hustling around and running, trying to create turnovers, and do whatever they can.
Situation now a 2nd and 5 from the 23-yard line. They'll send trips out to the far side. Single receiver near side. West. The handoff. Washington. Correction.
He's pulled.
He kept it himself. Straight up the middle. He'll pick up a first down for Harker Heights.
Gain of 8 on the play. 1st and 10 is the
Give
17.
quarterback Sean West a pickup of 8 on that play as he faked it to his running back. Single receiver out either side. 1st and 10, line of scrimmage is the 17-yard line. Here's West. This is the give to Washington straight ahead across the 15 down to around the 14-yard line before he's wrapped up there. Seminaro once again with the stop for Smithson Valley.
Picked up about 2 or 3 there.
Yeah, they're going to give him a gain of 3. It's 2nd and 7. Line of scrimmage is the 14-yard line. Just under 3 minutes remaining in the half. Harker Heights trying to answer. Here's West. Looking to pass, does so. Looking for the corner of the end zone intended for Maples.
It's defended pretty well. I believe that's Cooper Douglas up there at the top.
It is from his cornerback position.
Yes, Just trying to get them isolated that time. They got 3 backs in the backfield. They got a wide out each way. They're just trying to, out-jump the cornerback, throw it up a 50-50 ball, and they've caught 2 of them, and that one there they didn't. So.
And there's a timeout on the field taken by Harker Heights. So with 2:38 left to go here before halftime, Rangers 24, Knights 13. We said it's been an entertaining first half. A lot of points scored in that second half, so we go back over it. It was 10-0 at the end of one. And then a 53-yard pass from quarterback Sean West to his wide receiver Marcus Maples. 11:53, first play into the second quarter. Cut the score to 10-7. Then the ball went over to running back Gabe Hoskins. 11-yard touchdown run with 8:48 left to go in the second quarter. Extra point good. It was 17-7 Rangers at that point. Harker Heights would have an answer at the 8:30 point of the quarter. A 54-yard touchdown pass. That one hauled in by Terrence Carter.
Third down, 7 yards.
The extra point was blocked, and it was 17-13 at that point.
We're going to get some pressure here.
Big play now. 3rd and 7, line of scrimmage, the 14-yard line.
Yeah, they're bringing pressure. They'll run stunt. That's a great call, great job.
Good pressure coming that time from the Ranger defense to stop the running back, Rashawn Sanford, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, you know, they're running those front stunts where they're moving the defensive line. They're not playing their base technique, so they're getting upfield trying to find where the ball is going to be ran or get to the quarterback, one or the other. It looks to me like Worsty might have a feel, or the defensive staff might have a feel as to when they need to bring the pressure, but now they got to get to him if they're going to. So it's probably going to be a jump ball right here.
Knights roll the
4th and
dice.
11.
Absolutely whistles, and I think we may have had either a delay of game or a false start. We'll see what the gentleman in the white cap has to say about this. And that is indeed the case.
5-yard procedure penalty on the offense.
It's a procedure penalty. Harker Heights.
They're not going to sit and wait for him to throw the football if they can't get to him. They're going to bring an extra body or two along with the defensive line. They got a timeout call. They didn't end up not getting penalized there.
Ah, okay. There you go. So the referee, or the man in the white hat, picking up the hanky. No harm, no foul. It'll remain 4th and 11, line of scrimmage, the 18-yard line. Anyway, we finished off the scoring at the 5:44 mark here of the second quarter. 24-13, Rangers go up on a Hoskins 1-yard run, and that's where we stand right now. With just under 2 minutes left to go before halftime, 4th and 11 from the 18-yard line for Harker Heights. And as we mentioned, they're going to roll the dice with 3 receivers on the far side and a single receiver near side.
Yeah, they got 3 one way, single the other. I'd be willing to bet they're going to try to isolate one-on-one down here with number 10 with Terrence.
They've been going for that jump ball thus far this evening, and have come away on the positive end of that a couple of times. As going back over to the sidelines is check signals is the quarterback Sean West. He's shown that he's certainly capable of airing that out.
One of the problems is it's so hard to get to the quarterback on just a catch and throw. You know, he just gets it and gets it out of there. You can't hardly get to him in time.
3 receivers to the far side, single receiver near side on this 4th and 11 from the 18, and we will get the play underway here. West taking the snap, as you were mentioning, jump ball. This one intended for Terrence Carter, slapped away. And Smithson Valley comes away with that, dodging a bullet. With 1:47 left to go here before halftime, Rangers will have the ball.
That was a great call defensively. They took that middle safety and rolled him over the top of number 10. So in essence, they were able to double cover him with the corner and the middle safety, showing pre-snap that number 10 was all, you know, it was just a one-on-one matchup. And after the snap, they rolled him over the top. And I don't know what safety that was. It may have been Bowman. I'm not sure.
So with a minute 47 left, Smithson Valley has the football, 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line. Here's the handoff. Here's the reverse. Coming near side. That, of course, and that young man's had a whale of a first half thus far as Kyler Clark.
Second by number 14, Cyber Franklin.
I don't know if there'll be an injury timeout right now. We can't tell. It was a good job of Clark taking the handoff, coming near side. Got the ball out to the 25-yard line for a pickup of 7.
Not sure what the discussion is down there. Official timeout.
Official's timeout.
Took number 15. They're going to make number 15 leave the ball game, I guess. Was it 15 or 14?
Wasn't quite sure who got him there, but apparently there is an injury on the sideline for Smithson Valley.
It's Kyler Clark. I thought
and that is Clark.
Was hurt. Okay. Oh, here he is. Coach Sutner's got him.
6 yards on the play, 2nd down and 4.
So we certainly hope he's able to come back. Don't want to see an injury any game, especially the first one. It's 2nd and 3rd for the 25-yard line for the Rangers. Goes a man in motion. Handoff straight ahead. Nice hole that time. Banging his way out is Gabe Hoskins.
That big hole, and he finished the run off. That was a nice job.
Banging out across the
Big
35.
collision.
Yes, indeed, about the 37-yard line. That'll move the chains, give the Rangers a 1st down. Line of scrimmage is the 37, and the Rangers will break huddle. This time McDonald comes flanked to the near side. Here's Nutt taking the snap. Dropping back, looking downfield, airing it out. Pass incomplete. That one intended for McDonald. Back defensively was Nakoa Cybrant Franklin on the coverage. They'll bring up a 2nd and 10. You know, you always want to make sure you get points on the board and kind of pad that lead a little bit as you can. But in a situation like this, would you just want to run it out and go to the locker room with a lead?
No, that's not even anywhere in the ballpark what Coach Hill and his staff are thinking right now. They're looking to put another 7 on the board.
And they may. Look at Nutt with the run across the 45 down to around the 47-yard line.
Yeah, they're trying to add a little bit to it, like you said, but then keep in mind they also get the kickoff coming out the second half. So if they can add to this and then get the kickoff in the second half, then it'll be big.
Looks like there is a penalty marker on the field.
Yeah, it came from way down here. One of the back judges threw it he threw that thing about 40 yards. It's a pretty good arm on him.
We'll check and see what that's all about. That's a holding call, and that will go against the Rangers. So this will back the ball back up to the, call it the 38, I believe. And it'll be 2nd down as 2 receivers go to the far side and a single receiver to the near side. 2nd and 9, they're calling this. Here's the snap. Dropping back, Nutt looking downfield, airing it out. And just out of the reach of his intended receiver, number 6, Zach McDonald. He sure has favored McDonald a bunch this evening.
Yeah, he's got some opportunities there. He has a well-thrown ball.
Absolutely, just a little bit too far out of his reach, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 to go. Line of scrimmage at 38, 32 seconds left to go before halftime. And, of course, halftime here will be entertained by the Smithson Valley High School Band. Single receiver either side. For quarterback Jalen Nutt had himself a whale of a first half. As this time he carries again across the 40. He'll be wrapped up at about the 43-yard line. He's coming over to make the stop. That was Malik Francis for Harker Heights.
Harker Heights going to make Smithson Valley punt this ball. They're going to try to, probably try to go block the thing. If not, at least give them 1 or 2 plays to throw the ball up to those wide receivers.
20 seconds left to go, and right before halftime, and the Rangers holding on to an 11-point lead at 24-13. Rangers have been able to move the ball offensively. It's been the big play for Harker Heights thus far in the first half.
Yeah, Harker hasn't, they haven't done a whole lot offensively, but they've got 13 points on the board because of those two big passes. So.
That's right. It's come down to the big pass play versus Smithson Valley, who's kind of taken it down methodically and had used the clock real well.
Right. Smithson Valley's, the time of possession is probably crazy. I don't know what it is, but like you said, Smithson Valley's eating the clock up on their drives, and then Harker Heights gets it on their 2 touchdowns, and it's 1 or 2 plays, and they're in the end zone.
And they're playing jump ball there in the end zone with those tall receivers.
But the corners from Smithson Valley have been in good shape. It's not like they were out of shape or just
absolutely
coverage. They just got they got out jumped.
And here recently we saw a great play from the corner, breaking up a pass play that could have gone for 6, but the Rangers turned it away. Here's the punt. This one takes a Ranger roll inside the 15. They're going to kill this at about the 13-yard line with 10 ticks of the clock left before halftime. And I guess we look, being a defensive coordinator there for so many years, and of course a head coach, you're looking for the home run with 10 seconds left at this point.
Well, this is I guarantee you that defensive staff, they're stressed right now because you got 10 seconds and then they can get there in that time, so see what kind of defense they call up right here. If they got some type of victory at the end of the game or end of the half, this is when you'd be needing to call that, where they got everybody matched up or man them up underneath and put a couple of safeties over the top. Harker Heights is not going to just go into the locker room with 10 seconds in their pocket. They're going to throw it up the field.
Well, they've had success thus far, for the most part, this evening. We'll see if they've got another trick in their bag right now. On his first down, whistles, and this will stop the play. Delay a game, Harker Heights. So that'll back it up. And, of course, I'm sure their coaching staff will have something to say about their miscues this evening like this one.
Yes. Look like Smithson Valley jumping into the defensive front where they got 3 down linemen, which will give them 8 defensive backs and linebackers to play the pass with. So they're a little bit better suited to maybe double up on those big receivers.
Here it is on a 1st and 15, and as we mentioned, it's unloaded, and this one will be picked off.
Pick it off. They got a chance to go.
Coming over to make the interception, Blake Bowman. He's just going to run out the clock as he gets down to bounds around midfield, and that'll do it for halftime. Or that'll do it taking us to halftime, I should say. Our score is Smithson Valley 24, Harker Heights 13, and we'll be back with halftime festivities in just a moment right here on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You have a beautiful office, but I brought a few things that I think you're really going to like. Principal Wall, are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
I'm Brenda Bueno, loan assistant at Sage Capital Bank. We want to give a shout out to all the Smithson Valley coaches and teachers for all that they do. Go Rangers!
We have 11 amazing children.
It's like getting struck by lightning while getting struck by lightning.
Now I'm pregnant with triplets.
You're pregnant again? Babies are fun.
Doubling down with the Doricos. All new Tuesdays at 10 on TLC.
Watch TLC, GVTC, channel 553.
We're back at Ranger Stadium at what we thought was going to be halftime. However, there's been a miscue. Coach, tell us what happened.
Well, they had a personal foul at the end of, on the tackle on the interception right there, but they're trying to figure out where to spot the ball. The actual infraction happened on Smithson Valley's 44, it looked like. So you would think they tacked 15 onto that, but they're struggling right now. The officials are trying to figure out where to set everything.
So the
ball should be on about the 41-yard line of Harker Heights, which, Hail Mary pass at this point is better from there than from your own 44.
Sure, so with that interception, the Rangers are going to have one more crack on offense before we go to the halftime locker room. And now we see the official marking it off.
Actually, the 36-yard line will be the line of scrimmage after the personal foul's been marked off.
So one play left before halftime for the Smithson Valley offense as they'll get the ball at the Harker Heights 36-yard line due to the infraction on the interception.
I'm still kind of not clear on what the infraction was, because as we watched it, they came over and tackled Bowman had the interception. That was number 10, and I don't know, looked like maybe tackling him too hard. I don't know. You can watch it.
Here's the replay. Maybe we can see what the
I mean, he tackled him. I don't know what he's supposed to do, but it benefits the Rangers, I guess. So here we go.
Well, we will see as we have the Smithson Valley High School band about to take the field here for halftime. They were down and all set, and the officials say, wait a minute, we got one more play in this for us before we break for halftime. And they're still trying to get things sorted out a little bit. Officiating can sometimes be a tough task out there for those gentlemen.
There's no doubt about that. Every call they make, half the people are happy
and
with
nobody,
them, and
nobody loves you.
No, and nobody wants their job either.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, once again, discussing little discussion going on as looks like Cernahouse is getting his arm loose. Okay, let's take a look at one more time. They're going to show that replay.
So they're still discussing it on the field.
So
there's interception.
I would guess that's what they call the infraction on. It just looked like he shoved him out of bounds, but
that had to be it. But I don't. Again, I might argue that if I was on the other sideline. Not that it would matter. But.
Yeah, at this level, not quite yet the instant replay, huh?
No,
we've seen it. We've seen it break through in the collegiate ranks.
Yeah, they have started using the replay in state championship games, which was interesting. Last year, they started using that in our high school games.
Well, in your years of experience, do you think we're possibly looking at that somewhere down the road at the high school level?
I just don't think so. I think there's too logistical. It's just too hard. There's too many schools that maybe don't have the funds to have that, or so many classifications. I just don't see it happening on every Friday night of every stadium across the state of Texas. I don't know that I'd even want it, because I was at I was at the state championship games last year watching them, and I don't know, mixed feelings, I guess. It really slows the game down, but there's no doubt that there's a lot of calls that are changed or turned over in the biggest game of the year. But
sure, I guess
maybe you don't get a call the week before and you lose, right? Well, the next week, if you're playing the next week, you get that call, you get to move on. So I don't know. I just don't.
Kind of a double-edged sword there, I guess.
There's still a human part of this game. The officials call it like they see it. The coaches make bad calls too.
And just like that, they decided to say, you know what?
Yeah, that's what I was anticipating happening. They'll enforce it they'll enforce it on the kickoff in the second half.
Let's go to the locker room. So let's take a break here before we check in with the Smithson Valley High School band. It's 24-13 at halftime. Smithson Valley on top of Harker Heights here on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You have a beautiful office, but I brought a few things that I think you're really going to like.
Donna?
Principal Wall, are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
Hi, I'm Brenda Bueno, loan assistant at Sage Capital Bank. We want to give a shout out to all the Smithson Valley coaches and teachers for all that they do. Go Rangers!
We have 11 amazing children.
It's like getting struck by lightning while getting struck by lightning.
Now I'm pregnant with triplets.
You're pregnant again? Babies are fun.
Doubling down with the Doricos. All new Tuesdays at 10 on TLC.
Watch TLC, GVTC, channel 553.
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Wow. 78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828 and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
This one is called the Big MX-5 300 ZX.
Yes, Mikey, yes.
Sometimes you have to think outside the box.
I am going to be making my car up as I go along.
Doesn't get much cooler than this. I mean, seriously.
Wheeler Dealers. New episode every Wednesday at 9 on Motor Trend. Or stream every episode ad-free on the app.
Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to partner with Comel ISD in supporting our community, families, and students. Go Rangers!
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless, your Smithson Valley dentist. We are proud to be located right here in the Spring Branch Bulverde community. On Highway 46, between Ranger Stadium and Highway 281, you'll find Summer Hill Dental. Dental care with advanced technology, we specialize in family, cosmetic, and implant dentistry. Come see us at Summer Hill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
Take Deborah.
Deborah.
To be my wedded wife.
Learning that I had helped clean up his first crime
He's out of control. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Evil lives here. All new. Sundays at 9. Only on ID.
Watch Investigation Discovery. GVTC, Channel 520.
Let me ask you a question. Do you need a video for your business? The bears poop in the woods? I guess that's a yes. Your video can be seen anywhere, at any time, and by anyone. So, what do you think of the video, Nana?
It's off the hook, honey.
Mind blown. I heard it was very expensive to make videos. Not at all when you hire Wick Productions. Do you know how easy it is making a video with Wick Productions? As easy as taking candy from a baby. So there you have it. Successes at your fingertips. Call Wick Productions today.
Texas isn't just big, it's wild, with all kinds of creatures. Cuddly ones, prickly ones, armored ones. All these animals need protecting, and there's one team that's always there to make sure they stay safe. Lone Star Law. Sunday at 9 on Animal Planet.
Watch Animal Planet. GVTC, Channel 552.
Honestly, I've never been so afraid in my life.
And we've seen some scary, but a rogue wave in the middle of the Bering Sea, it's nothing compared to this pandemic.
Wear your damn mask.
Ain't hard at all. Don't make me come find you.
Back with you now at Ranger Stadium on the campus of Smithson Valley High School as we're enjoying a little halftime sounds of the Smithson Valley High School Band. Our score, of course, here at halftime, Rangers 14 and the Harker Heights Knights 13. Just to go over the scoring drives here a little bit at halftime. Rangers get on the board first with 7:29 left to go in the first quarter with a field goal. They take a 3-0 lead. At the 2-minute mark of the first quarter, a Jalen Nutt 3-yard touchdown run to get in the end zone, 10-3 to end the first quarter at Smithson Valley. Very first play of the second quarter, it was a 53-yard pass to Maples, wide receiver for Harker Heights, extra point good. Lead cut to 10-7. Following that, Gabe Hoskins an 11-yard touchdown run with the 8:48 left to go before halftime, and the Rangers take a 17-7 lead. Harker Heights would come right back, a 54-yard touchdown strike, this time to Terrence Carter, to cut the lead to 17-13 as that extra point was no good. And then at the 5:44 mark before halftime, it was Hoskins with a 1-yard run. A very time-controlled drive that time by Smithson Valley as they get the extra point and take a 24-13 lead. And as we were talking about here, Coach, Smithson Valley definitely controlling more of the clock. It's been more of the big home run play by Harker Heights, and Smithson Valley has that controlled offense. I would think you'd be a little bit more successful in the second half by controlling the clock.
Well, you talk about trying to eat the clock up with your offense, but when they're one play and touchdown or 3 plays and touchdowns, the time of possession kind of goes out the window. You want time of possession when you're scoring and stopping. So? Although Smithson Valley's been doing pretty good defensively, in my opinion, they're going to still have to stop the deep ball because that's going to win or lose them the ball game tonight, in my opinion.
From a young man who had quite a year last year playing cornerback for this Ranger defense, he's looked quite impressive in the quarterback position for him this evening, leading that offense. Jalen Nutt.
Well, Jalen's he's as we visit with Coach Hill on Wednesday a little bit just to kind of get a rundown of things. He says Jalen is definitely the leader of this pack. I mean, he's been there before. He's been there for 2 years. This is his 3rd year starting on Friday nights, and he's a leader. The kids follow him. They know what he's about. there's no question that what you're seeing tonight out of him at quarterback, everybody's probably not real surprised.
Gabe Hoskins doing a good job carrying the football, and maybe that go-to back that the Rangers need this season to, as we said, for time control and also to pick up those tough yards, as we've seen him gain some tough yardage this evening.
Yeah, he's not a real big kid, but man, he's tough. He'll make something out of nothing. Although tonight there's been something there a lot of times. That offensive line's really doing a nice job opening up some creases for him, and then I enjoy watching him finish runs because he when it's time to hook up and finish it, then there'll be a collision going on there.
And Coach, in your area of expertise, we were talking about these two young men before the game and what they mean to this team on the defensive end of the football. And we've seen them in on some key stops thus far this evening, that being defensive end Trey Moore and defensive tackle Luke Seminaro.
Yeah, you talk about, we're talking about Jalen being a 3-year starter and all that. Well, these guys are the same way. I mean, they've got a lot of experience through the last 3 years with like Trey. Again, he's been there since he was a sophomore, and there's really you can't replace the experience of a Friday night. I mean, because they've been there, they know what they're looking for. They're seasoned. They know the offense, or they know the defense in this case. You'll be hearing more from them as the game goes on, second half.
Absolutely. And then you wonder at what point do they consider maybe taking it to the next level, maybe playing at a college or something like that, even pros. We were talking about before the game, there's been, at least one Smithson Valley player that I know of that made the pros. We were talking about him a little bit earlier up in Minnesota.
Yeah, you got Andrew up there. He started out with the Cowboys and got moved over to Minnesota, and then now he's with the Cleveland Browns, I believe. He's the only one that spent a lot of time there. We had the Pavelic, old Joe, that they got. I forget who he got hooked up with, and
I think Seattle drafted him.
I think it was Seattle, and then Corey Clark got a chance and got on the practice squad there, but. These guys right here, they may have dreams of playing on Saturdays when they graduate from here and on Sundays, but right now their mind better be in Smithson Valley or they're going to be in trouble.
That's a good point that you bring up right there is you a young man, you're dreaming of things like that, but what do you do as a coaching staff to make sure they maintain their focus that this is the moment?
Well, they grow up together. They grow up playing it together, so they're not all just your good teams are going to be where they'll play and they'll do for each other. There's so much position change. I mean, you look at Smithson Valley. There's a couple of kids like Cooper, Douglas. He's been on the offensive side of the ball for 2 years now. Well, now he's playing corner, and then you got Jalen who was corner. Now he's over here, and you got another defensive player that's on offense. They come through a system where they understand what it's about, and it's about winning for Smithson Valley. It's not about winning for you. It's not about winning for anything else. It's a program, and we'll put you where you need to be. Now, Jalen, there's a chance that he's probably going to go play cornerback in college. He may not be a quarterback, but for Smithson Valley, they need him to be a quarterback. So, Coach, I'll do whatever you ask me to do. We just want to win.
Oh, absolutely. Got to contribute, I guess. And the coaching staff will determine, hey, you might be better suited in this role, say, versus this role that you might have had designs on playing.
No question. Sometimes you got some convincing to do. You got some egos that you got to, overcome. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
All right. We're going to be able to, I believe, take it down on the field right now for a presentation that's coming up. This, I believe, is it senior night? I think it is.
I think it's senior night. I know they do the football players before the game. It looks like they're doing the dance team is what it looks like to me.
That's right. See,
the dance and band is fixing to come out with senior night right now.
All righty. So the senior presentations, and that will be happening, and I believe we should be breaking away. I'll certainly check that out momentarily.
I thought they might have some kind of presentation for Coach Shin tonight, being his birthday and everything today. I guess I don't really care.
Well, we got time to call the grocery store, bring him a cake, by gosh. Celebrate. Absolutely. No, but he certainly has contributed to the to the program, as all the coaching staff here. What an incredible coaching staff. And that goes all the way back to you and beyond. You know, it's just a quality program.
Well, it all starts with the head guy. You know, it all starts with Larry Hill. So he hired everybody, and so if you think they're good guys, well, they are. And his number one deal is he's going to hire good people. They're going to take care of the kids, and then he'll teach you what he needs you to know, kind of thing.
Absolutely. Right now, with this presentation, we'll bring down to the field and our PA announcer and check in with what's going on with tonight's Senior Day presentation.
Next up, Kendall Egley with Dad Kenny and Mom Michelle Egley. Faith Falcone with Mom Beth Ann Falcone. Lauren Gomez with Mr. and Mrs. Gomez and Mr. and Mrs. Alcaraz. AJ Gonzalez with Mom Marissa Gonzalez and Dad Jun Gonzalez. Madison Guerra with Jamie Guerra and Natasha Guerra. Madison Coop with Shirley Coop and Father Doug Coop. Lorna Luciano with Father Carlos Luciano and Mother Marla Luciano. Mackenzie Mann with Father Steve and Mother Shiloh. Morgan Sholin with Mother Amy and Father Robert Sholin. Emma Zions and Dad Michael and Mom Jennifer Zions. Bailey Zettler with Dad Brian and Mom Hope Zettler. Lindsay Zettler with Dad Brian and Mom Hope Zettler. Put a big hand for the dance team. Now we have the Ranger Band, seniors and their parents. First up, Faith Adams, escorted by Susan and Jeff Adams. Ella Aguilar, escorted by Diane and Jaime Aguilar. James Bard, escorted by Kathy and Gary Bard.
Showing you good rough.
Kayla Barrios, escorted by Marion and Miguel Barrios. Iris Bradbury, escorted by Carolyn and Scott Bradbury. Annemiek Brooks, escorted by Julia Brooks. Bub, escorted by Mike Bub and Megan Carmody Bub. Alex Satal, escorted by Belinda and Jesus Satal. Joshua Davidson, escorted by Robert and Karen Davidson. Keith Dare, escorted by Jennifer and Kenneth Dare. Yana DeLuna, escorted by Lisa and James Barnes and Ernesto and Crystal DeLuna.
There's only about 100 more than that.
Destiny Espinosa, escorted by Wendy Hoyas.
I mean, looks like you're on top of it.
Ethan Farbo, escorted by Chad and Wendy Farbo. Titan Ferguson, escorted by Christine and Brandon Brown. Kate Fay, escorted by Jennifer Fay and Perry Walker. Josh Fiorentino, escorted by Shirley Morrison. Ernest Fitchett, escorted by Ernest and Melissa Fitchett. Kayla Friesenhahn, escorted by Samantha and Casey Friesenhahn. Colin Fuller, escorted by Crystal and Jeremy Fuller. Nicole Garma, escorted by Michael Kelly and Mary Garma. Jackson Garner, escorted by Russell and Renee Garner. Keely Grammer, escorted by Jan Dean and Casey Wenzel. Alexis Grimaldo, escorted by Erica and Bernardo Grimaldo. Caitlin Hermet, escorted by Crystal and Corey Hermet. Tomas Hinojosa, escorted by Brooke and Paul Hinojosa. Harker Jacob, escorted by Stephen and Bonnie Jacob.
So you're about at the end of this line here. What you need, JJ? You alright? Yeah, so they're all, it looks like they're, no, it's like 6 minutes left. You got like another 100 people in, 200. Eric, this might be have to be you, brother. Okay. Eric's gonna have that.
Brandon Hope, escorted by Doug and Shirley Hope. Daniel and Samuel Lackey, escorted by Marla and Michael Lackey. Nicole Lina Weber, escorted by Corey and James Lina Weber. Octavio Luna, escorted by Marissa Sullivan, Maurice Damian.
Go that far?
Dusty Moss, escorted by Rose Moss. April Martinez, escorted by Manuel and Guadalupe Martinez. Maya McBrayer, escorted by Marissa and John McBrayer. Amanda Millard, escorted by Larry and Pamela Millard. Nash Miller, escorted by John and Maggie Miller.
You okay, Colin? He's got two. I thought it grabbed something in the pool, but it's already doing it.
Giselle Marino, escorted by Tony and Giselle Marino.
I just put that one on my phone, but it's already down to two.
Amaris Booth, escorted by Marcus Booth and Veronica and Edgar Munoz.
We got enough to
Kyle Mutz, escorted by Warren and Cheryl Mutz. Giselle Navarro, escorted by Gustavo and Adriana Navarro. Devin Nolan, escorted by Wendy and Stephen Nolan. Jonathan Nunez, escorted by Augustin, Tisha, Jackie, and Vanessa Nunez. Lindsay Patterson, escorted by Lisa Patterson.
Oh, yeah, you have this setup. Right. Yeah. The thing is, I mean, it didn't even hard. Right, without this setup?
Zachary Pennington, escorted by Denise and Doug Pennington. Raven Rivera, escorted by Derek and Angel Rivera. Joshua Roberson, escorted by Billy and Priscilla Roberson. Jacob Rodriguez, escorted by Lori and Richard Rodriguez.
Power off 2 for a second to change battery.
Randy Ruiz, escorted by Juan and Yvette Ruiz. David Stringer, escorted by Dave and Jordana Stringer. Marshall Tidwell, escorted by Tamara and Alan Tidwell. Dalton Womble, escorted by Scott and Andy Womble. Dan Winner, escorted by Marcus and Weather Winner. Drew Wheeler, escorted by Jennifer and Ruth Wheeler. Anne-Marie Williams, escorted by Keith and Aaron. Colin Williams, escorted by Michael and Amy Williams. Miranda Young, escorted by Aaron and James Young. Gina Young, escorted by Mary Young. Wesley Martin, escorted by Paul and Tim Martin. Hadley Thomas, escorted by Heather and Holly Thomas. And finally, Adia Sandoval, escorted by Tracy and Juan Sandoval. I want a big hand for all our band seniors and their wonderful parents.
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You know, you have a beautiful office, but I brought a few things that I think you're really gonna like.
Donna?
Principal Wall, are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
Hi, I'm Brenda Bueno, loan assistant at Sage Capital Bank. We want to give a shout out to all the Smithson Valley coaches and teachers for all that they do. Go Rangers!
We have 11 amazing children.
It's like getting struck by lightning while getting struck by lightning.
Now I'm pregnant with triplets.
You're pregnant again? Yeah. Babies are fun.
Doubling down with the Doricos. All new Tuesdays at 10 on TLC.
Watch TLC, GVTC, channel 553.
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Wow. 78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828 and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
Back at Ranger Stadium at Smithson Valley High School here in Spring Branch, Texas, just about ready to get the second half underway as the Rangers will get the football to start the second half. Ranger faithful directly in front of your broadcasters on their feet, and the second half is underway. Kickoff handled at the 30, across the 30 to about the 40-yard line. Rangers are going to have
Noah Flores.
That was Noah Flores with the return.
Yep.
And the Rangers will have the football. Good shape here to start the second half.
Yeah, now all their adjustments have been made pretty much. They'll continue to adjust things during the game. Both staffs will, but by and large, halftime's come and gone. Now let's see what happens. See what people settle in on.
Quarterback Jalen Nutt brings the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 43-yard line. For the Rangers, they've got a receiver either side. Nutt takes the snap. Here's the handoff coming near side. Nice hold that time for the running back. I believe that's Justin Avery with the carry. Or correction, that is number 9, Garrett Brooks. Got my 8s and my 9s mixed up there. But nice pickup for Brooks. Brooks had a decent first half. Good looking first half for that young man.
Yes, they're gonna. We'll see here pretty quick what they think they can, how they think they can exploit that other group coming into this half. And there's one of them right there running wide side into the boundary.
Pickup of 6 this time. Brooks goes flanked out to the far side. Single receiver near side. Here's Nutt calling for the signal. Now man in motion coming near side. Nutt fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Across midfield, across the 45. Breaks out across the 40. He'll be thrown out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. Nice pickup for the Smithson Valley quarterback. He's done a good job at quarterback this evening.
Yeah, he has. I mean, he'll just get better as the year goes. You know, it's obviously he's been practicing there, but there's nothing like game pace and game speed for him. So he's reading that play. It's a good gain for him coming out of the half. Looks like maybe we got a penalty somewhere. I didn't see it initially.
Well, apparently, if they're backing this up, called on. So you haven't gotten an indication from the referee yet. This may be it, and it looks like an illegal block. Smithson Valley.
I didn't see it. Did you see it, Ro?
I didn't see the block, but
well, it's first down though, so it was.
Just backed them up a bit, back in their own territory at about the 46-yard line, which is where they'll go to work. Just underway here, third quarter. Smithson Valley on top, 24-13. Two receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side for quarterback Jalen Nutt. On a first down, Nutt takes the snap. Nutt calls his own number. Going to be stopped shy of the 50-yard line. He'll probably get a couple to about the 47. They're saying the 46 on the scoreboard. Looks like he picked up two.
They're trying to get over there behind Minka again. He did some good things in the first half with right tackle and did a pretty good job with Wooden over there on the defensive end from Harker Heights that play.
Yeah, Francis come over to knock him out of bounds. They're saying he got one. Be 2nd and 9. Two receivers near side and a single receiver far side for Nutt. Here goes a man in motion. Handoff. Oh, what a first half. For second half, that man's turning into Gabe Hoskins after a great first half. Seems to keep the momentum going. That's a nice pickup that time for Hoskins.
Yeah, that was a great job reading defensive end. They brought that fly motion, the wide receiver coming all the way across, kind of drew the defensive end up the field and handed to Hoskins, and he kind of cut it off and dipped up underneath there for a good gain.
388 yards on the ground last year with 4 touchdowns. It's 1st and 10, Smithson Valley, the Harker Heights 34-yard line. Here's Nutt. Here's the give once again. That's Garrett Brooks. He tries to force his way ahead, taking Knights with him.
That was a tough one from the get-go. Harker Heights got some penetration from the boundary side, the short side of the field over there, and it just kind of that play didn't look good from the get-go.
Yeah, it looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage. Christopher Sistrunk from his rover position comes over to make the stop on Brooks. So no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Smithson Valley. Now apparently checking in the game, number 30, Garrison Eggleston. Here's the snap, quick out. Pass caught, Brooks. Across the 25, maybe about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, just a little catch and throw. I mean, it's no different than running the football other than they're throwing it out there to a wide receiver. They did a good job of blocking for him.
Just getting little chunks and, of course, control that clock as we talked about. 24-yard line. Penalty marker on the field now. This is a sideline warning. So the Rangers will have the football once again, 24-yard line, the Harker Heights 24 with a 1st and 10. 8:55 left to go, third quarter. Just underway, first offensive possession of the half for Smithson Valley. Once again, single receiver either side. Here's Nutt taking the snap. There's Nutt handing off. still on his feet. That's Hoskins getting down inside the 15. A lot of willpower from that young man as Rajai Rogers comes over to make the stop.
Yeah, he's tough. There wasn't a whole bunch there, and he made most of that on his own.
Just a question of staying on his feet. We had Rogers also coming over to help was Jack Bice. Some tough running. They're going to give him a pickup of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Line of scrimmage is the 15-yard line as Brooks goes flanked out to the far side. Got McDonald to the near side. Here's the snap. Here's Nutt. Here's the handoff. Banging his way down to the 5-yard line. Once again is the running back Hoskins.
They found something in the first half that they ran a few times, but now they're getting on in the second half right here. They got something that they like against what they're doing defensively, what Harker Heights is doing defensively.
And familiar territory, it's 1st and goal for Smithson Valley from the 5-yard line. Send Freeland flanked out to the far side. McDonald to the near side. Handoff on the sweep. And a penalty marker's down. I think they're going to get him for a horse collar. As that time
David Wilson again.
Running the football was Brooks. Let's check this out. Or it might have been
face mask.
It might have been a face mask, rather. I just knew the tackle was high, so let's see what they're indicating. That is the case. It is a face mask.
That was a great play by number 32, David Wilson. He just got a little bit high on him and got his hand on the face mask.
Sometimes those things happen when you don't mean them to happen. You're trying to get your hand somewhere, and it's like, oh, gee, I didn't mean to put it there. It's just one of those things.
It was an accident.
I didn't mean to. It's 1st and goal now for Smithson Valley. Line of scrimmage is their own 2-yard line. Quarterback Jalen Nutt. Here's the handoff straight ahead into the end zone. Once again, goes Hoskins. And that's a touchdown for Smithson Valley. You see that forward momentum.
Pretty clean drive right there. Like you said, just coming out and making all the adjustments that you can, taking out all the information you got out of the first half and putting it on the board. And pretty impressive little drive there.
Now to try the extra point. That's Hoser, and it's good. 7:08 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Our score, Smithson Valley 31, Harker Heights 13. We'll be back right here on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You know, you have a beautiful office, but I brought a few things that I think you're really going to like.
Donna?
Principal Wall, are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
Well, with 7:08 left to go in the 3rd quarter, we've just seen an impressive drive from Smithson Valley. They took the opening second half kickoff, marched it down the field. Hoskins, a 2-yard run. Extra point good, and Smithson Valley leads Harker Heights 31-13 as they get set to kick off.
That's just how you want to open up the second half. Take the ball down and score, and then turn over your defense. Hopefully you can pin them deep right here. And they'll start on the 25. Maybe defensively get a 3 and out and go at it again. So, been fortunate to score first drive of each half, which is always pretty doggone important.
So the line of scrimmage, the 25-yard line for Harker Heights on a 1st and 10. Sean West in at quarterback. Now remember as we talk about, they can strike with that big play at any time on those jump ball receivers. There's two of them right now.
Well, they're not using a bunch of plays to score. They have not driven the field yet.
We got to the near side. There's a man in motion going far side. That's Sanford. He'll take the ball. He may be stopped behind the line of scrimmage, it looks like.
Yeah, we're fixing to see Coach Worcester and their defensive staff here probably dial something up and go get him with some pressure, whether it be a line movement, where they twist somebody in or out, or where they bring a linebacker from second level. I'm not sure, but had a bad run on first down. They're probably going to throw it here on second.
Camden Egley with the initial hit. Darlington Fresh ran him out of bounds after a loss of 2. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the 23-yard line. Here's the snap. Pressure coming. But the ball unloaded. Here we go again. Terrence Carter. Or correction, that's Marcus Maple, number 3. And that is a 77-yard touchdown.
That looked to be more of blown coverage from here. Not real sure. I know they brought pressure from the field. Almost got to him, but almost doesn't count here.
Diego Fierro on to try the extra point. Snap is down, the kick is up, it is good. With 6:46 left to go third quarter, we have a new score. Smithson Valley 31, Harker Heights 20. Back with more on the Ranger Network.
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Wow. 78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828 and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
Well, it took Harker Heights all of 22 seconds to get on the scoreboard. A 77-yard touchdown pass to Marcus Maple. Extra point good. Score now 31-20. Smithson Valley leads by 11.
That's certainly not what you're looking for, but that's part of the game. They practice too. They got some good players, and you just keep on playing the game and make something happen.
Hoskins along with Noah Flores back to receive the kickoff. This will be
balls out.
Handled by one of the up men. What a return across the 30. Smithson Valley's going to have great field position. Fielding that.
Brandon Salway.
We will check that. That's number 15 with the kickoff return. Salvaggio.
Fullback.
Man, what a job to get that ball down inside the 30 for Smithson Valley, who will have the ball 1st and 10. Actually, line of scrimmage is marked at the 28-yard line. So Smithson Valley in good shape here once again. Here's the handoff, rolling straight ahead. That time Justin Avery with the carry. He picked up 9 on that carry. He's getting up off the bottom of that pile. David Wilson, we've talked about that young man quite a bit this evening.
Yes, you have.
2nd and 1 now for the Rangers. Line of scrimmage is the Harker Heights 19. So Brooks goes flanked out to the far side. To the near side is McDonald. Here's the give. Once again, it's Avery. He'll have the 1st down and a little bit more. Christian Wooden with the stop that time for Harker Heights. And looks like we may have a injured Ranger down on the ground.
Offensive lineman, I believe it's Nathan Muchagamba.
Number 65, veteran of that offensive line. So he's getting up, and the Ranger faithful are letting him hear it. James Etheridge coming to that left guard position now for Smithson Valley, number 78. And it's a 1st and 10 for the Rangers. Line of scrimmage is the 15-yard line.
First and 10, 15, maybe 16.
Rangers break the huddle with a single receiver either side for quarterback Jalen Nutt. Here's the give. Here's Brooks trying to get out near the 20-yard line before he'll be picked up by a host of Knights. Jacob Bermea in on the stop, leading the way for Harker Heights. Host of Knights, I guess we can call it.
It's a pretty good block by number 56, playing right tackle now, Braden
Dornberg?
Dornberg, yes. Coach Teuton's got that offensive line. He's got them moving every which way. Left tackle, right tackle. They're kind of playing all over, trying to figure out the best chemistry, I guess.
Eggleston checks into the ball game right now for Smithson Valley on this 2nd and 6. Line of scrimmage is the 11-yard line. Here's the snap. Give it to Brooks once again. Why not? Trying to bang his way out to the 15, or correction, inside the 10. Well, that was Avery, rather 8 on the carry versus 9. Avery's done a good job of running the football we've seen on this drive.
Yeah, both of them backs have really had pretty good nights tonight, and you get a lot of that credit to those big boys up front.
Oh, you can't get it done without those big boys up front.
No, sir.
That's the straw that stirs the drink there. 3rd and 5 now. Line of scrimmage, the 10-yard line. Nutt rolling out. Nutt has a man. That's Brooks with the catch. He says, I got the pylon, but I think he's stopped just shy. Let's take a look at what happened here on this replay. You see Nutt throws this. Brooks with a catch. And, knocked out of bounds just outside there.
Yeah, didn't quite get there. Looked like a kid from Harker Heights actually knocked the pylon down.
Sistrunk over with the touchdown saving stop. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line for Smithson Valley. Snap the give. Avery, he deserves it. Touchdown. Smithson Valley with 3:57 left to go in the 3rd. The Rangers on the board again. Avery's been the workhorse this drive, and right there takes it over from the 1. On to try the extra point. This is Austin Hoser. Had movement. I figured there'd be penalty markers. I'm not quite sure what side jumped first, but I'm sure they've got it all sorted down there on the field. So 3 touchdowns scored thus far in the 2nd half. Hoskins with a 2-yard run, and now Avery with a 1-yard run for Smithson Valley. Defense offsides, that's the call, so get another shot at this extra point. Of course, Maple with a 77-yard touchdown catch from quarterback West.
Looks like a deep snapper number 10, isn't it, Roland? Ryan Hakes, is that who that looks like?
That is Ryan Hakes, that's correct. He's a deep snapper.
You got Derek Mata holding for him. She did a great job on the last one.
And the extra point is good. So with 3:57 left to go in the 3rd, our score now is Smithson Valley 38, Harker Heights 20. More Smithson Valley football in a moment here on the Ranger Network.
Running play, Eggleston to his right, 30, 35, 40. Down the far sideline, one man to beat. He's going to beat him. Wow. 78 yards, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Hey, Ranger fans. You never have to miss a Guns Up moment because Rangers Network is broadcasting every 2020 Rangers football game live. Home and away, you'll have the best seat in the house for all the action. Go to rangersnetwork.com and click the subscribe button or text the word Rangers to 42828 and you'll get an email with the link on game day. Go Rangers!
Back at Ranger Stadium here at Smithson Valley High School. Well, an exceptional kickoff return by Brandon Salvaggio, which set up Smithson Valley in good field position, resulted in a 1-yard touchdown run from Avery. Extra point good. Rangers now out to an 18-point lead at 38-20 over Harker Heights.
Been a little bit of scoring going on. I imagine both sides wish they'd slow down a little bit.
You know, the question here, Coach, is what do you do? How in the world would you contain or defend for these big plays that Harker Heights is able to take advantage of?
Well, it's difficult because as good a football team as they are, you got to fill the box up with the defenders and stop the run. And right now, you can probably pretty much guess when they're going to throw the football based on how you defend the run. So if they don't throw on first down right here, they have a bad run, they'll throw it on second.
It's 1st and 10, and there's the pass as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Far side to Rashawn Sanford.
Yeah, they'd probably rather see that little bubble route than they would the deep ball right now. But that little number 6 from Harker Heights is a good player at Stanford. It's like 10 got a little dinged up there. Terrence Carter, a good receiver, limping around a little bit.
Yeah,
didn't really see what happened.
Yeah, apparently as he's heading over to the sideline, Knights can ill afford to lose him. He's very versatile and an important part of that offense. 35-yard line is the line of scrimmage. It's 1st and 10 now for Harker Heights. Following that quick pitch there, that quick pass, straight ahead goes the Harker Heights running back. It's number 22, Quentin Howard. His H-back position. They're going to give him a pickup of 4 on that play.
He's a bull. He's tough to get down. That's for dang sure. Well, they probably they got second about 6 right here. It'll be hold up the field time.
2nd and 6, line of scrimmage, the 39-yard line. Here's West dropping back. Has a man. That's Maples. That time good coverage is coming over to put the hit on him, Cooper Douglas.
That's a really tight, great coverage. That's what you want. You don't want them catching the football, but you can't keep every pass from getting completed. But when they do catch it, that's all you're going to get, and that's a great job right there by Coop.
Correction, that was LaPrinceton Dixon, number 2 versus number 3 with that reception. That was enough to move the chains, though, and give Harker Heights a first down. Line of scrimmage is their own 46-yard line. 2 receivers each side for quarterback West.
That's a great job.
Great defensive play that time, breaking up the pass.
That's Flores. That's Noah Flores. And I'll tell you what, he didn't get the sack, but Trey Moore, quarterback, knows where he is right now. Knows where Trey came from.
I think that was DJ Lucas, who was the intended receiver for Harker Heights. Great play, as you mentioned. The defensive backfield by Flores.
Yeah, Trey Moore is almost untouched, and he can't quite get there in time on that real quick catch and throw.
2nd and 10, Harker Heights. Line of scrimmage is their own 46-yard line. It's West dropping back. West feeling pressure, unloads it, and has a man.
Yeah, that's Terrence Carter. He's back in the
game. Reception by Carter as he takes it down to the 39-yard line. Once again, that'll move the chains and give the Knights a first down.
They brought pressure. They took the line movement and they moved it towards Harker Heights sideline, brought the linebacker to the field, and didn't quite get to him. He had him on the move, though. They had him on the move.
First and 10 now. Knights line of scrimmage is the Ranger 39-yard line. Quarterback Sean West. Again, another quick pass to the outside. That one was intended for Anthony Millender. A little bit out of his reach. Be a 2nd and 10. Now, is it a pass like that behind the line of scrimmage still could be considered a live ball, or?
Well, it wasn't a lateral, which would mean the pass was backwards, so it's not live as long as it's somewhat forward, if you will.
2nd and 10, 39-yard line is the line of scrimmage for Sean West. This time West calls his own number. He gets out across the 35, down to around the 34-yard line before he'll be met there and dropped. Camden Egley in on the stop that time for Smithson Valley. Two receivers either side on this 3rd and 5 for Harker Heights. Line of scrimmage, the 34-yard line. West takes the snap, looks downfield and has a man. Once again, that's that big target of Terrence Carter. He hauls that in. That's enough to move the chains for a Knights first down.
Yeah, he's big and he's hard to get down. Big and strong. He's playing off a little bit. Give them a little bit of cushion because they've been beaten deep a couple of times.
Well, this seems to be the first drive that Harker Heights has put together to actually eat some clock time. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Once again, West, this time coming to his right with a pass attempt to Rashawn Sanford. Just a little bit too high for him and out of his reach. Pass will go incomplete.
Yeah, you're right. This is a good drive. This is a well-orchestrated drive ball. They put it, run the ball a little bit more successfully and throwing the ball, converting some 3rd downs. See if they can finish it.
Two receivers either side once again for West on this 2nd and 10 from the 24-yard line. The snap, West rolling, West unloading. I think the receiver had his hands on it, but just didn't kind of look it in. That was Marcus Maples at the 20-yard line.
Nice job by number 20, David DeHoyas on that. He's a youngster. He's a sophomore out there, but he's playing well tonight. They're mixing it up now. They got all kinds of games going on the defensive line, and linebackers coming after the quarterback. They're done letting him just stand there and throw.
It's 3rd and 10 now from the 24-yard line for Harker Heights. West the snap.
Yep,
West, that time will eat it. Good defensive pursuit. Coming over to make the stop, that was Gavin Woods from his defensive end position. Gavin Woods, a sophomore. Also some help coming from the person of Amari McKenzie for Smithson Valley. That thwarted a very methodical drive that time for Harker Heights, and it'll bring up a 4th and 21.
You're pretty excited about how it's going, but then you look up, it's 4th and 21, and they got to throw it deep, and that'll make you a little bit nervous.
And now apparently, let's see if there's a flag, stoppage of play for some reason. And that's a procedure penalty on Harker Heights, so that adds a little bit more insult to the injury.
Yeah, it's going to be a jump ball with either number 2 or number 10, I would think.
So from the 41-yard line, a 4th and 26, and if you have an idea what it is, you might check that defense. Here's West dropping back. West unloads, as you were saying. Nothing doing as that one's picked off.
There you go.
Interception, and we talked about him just a few minutes ago. That was David De Hoyos, the sophomore, coming away with it. You can check right here. That was just kind of thrown in the vicinity by West. And De Hoyos just apparently read the quarterback's eyes there.
Yeah, he's playing center field, just spying the quarterback's eyes. Good job by the sophomore.
Well, we got 10 seconds left to go in the quarter. Smithson Valley turns away a big Harker Heights drive that time. A drive, as we were mentioning, that was probably their best clock control drive of the ball game.
Yeah, that didn't end like they wanted to, but it was a nice drive that they put together. I believe they started on their 25 or 30, and they marched on down there, and of course Smithson Valley just bowed up and kept them out. So good for them.
So we'll see what answer that the Rangers have in them right now. It's first down. Here's the give. This is Brooks. And he'll be thrown for a loss as the third quarter comes to an end. Our score after 3, Smithson Valley 38 and Harker Heights 20. Come on back. We got one more quarter to go. You don't want to miss a minute of it right here on the Ranger Network.
Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to partner with Comel ISD in supporting our community, families, and students. Go Rangers!
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless, your Smithson Valley dentist. We are proud to be located right here in the Spring Branch Bulverde community. On Highway 46, between Ranger Stadium and Highway 281, you'll find Summerhill Dental. Dental care with advanced technology. We specialize in family, cosmetic, and implant dentistry. Come see us at Summerhill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
Back with you now for the final 12 of this first game of the 2020 season for both Harker Heights and Smithson Valley. Rangers with the football right now on a 2nd and 12 from the 18-yard line. Here's a pass, this complete to Brooks. Breaking tackles at the 25 to near the 30-yard line. He's going to be awful close to a first down. It's in on the stop that time, Jacob Bermea.
That was a fine catch and run. That was not an easy catch.
Right, the catch was something special, but his ability to run and break tackles, get that ball down into first down territory. Great job by Brooks, the senior. So it's 1st and 10, Smithson Valley. Line of scrimmage is their own 21-yard line. Hoskins in the backfield with Nutt. He gets the call, and look at Hoskins go. Breaking out to near the 40-yard line. Hoskins has had himself a whale of a ball game running that football.
He's really had a good ball game. In the second half, they've really been impressive with the running game in the second half. I think the big offensive line's kind of wearing on Harker Heights' defensive line a little bit, which is what you'd like to see. As a defensive coach, I'm sure Coach Worsford and his staff are really happy to see him run the football so effectively tonight.
Give him a pickup of 8 at 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage is the 39-yard line. Nutt looks over to the sidelines and takes the snap. Once again, the give. Hoskins straight ahead. He'll get down to near the 40-yard line. Jack Bice over to put the hit on the Smithson Valley running back. And a 3rd and 1 now in the books for the Rangers. They've done a good job. They themselves have done a good job with clock control thus far this evening. Pass along some scores to you here in just a minute from area games. 3rd and 1, line of scrimmage, the 40-yard line. Nutt says, I'll take it myself. He should have the first down. Over to make the stop. That time was Nakoa Cybrant Franklin, among others, for Harker Heights.
Good flag come in there late, Roland. I've seen him pick one up. I didn't see where.
I did not see a flag go by. Apparently there is, because here comes the call. That's a personal foul against Harker Heights. And that'll be a first down for Smithson Valley. I wonder how much of a frustration foul on the part of Harker Heights that was.
You know, they're defensive. They have been on the field. They've played a lot of snaps of defense tonight. That's all. I know they're wore down a little bit, and they could be a little bit frustrated, particularly when you can't stop the run. That's really hard to swallow.
Rangers now in Harker Heights territory at the 42-yard line. Here's some scores from around the area. Champion on top of Veterans Memorial. That game moved originally from Victoria back to Bernie's, where they're played. It's 35-0 at the start of the fourth quarter. Got some more scores we'll pass along here in just a bit. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line for Smithson Valley. Nutt takes the snap. Hands off straight ahead. And there's whistles. I believe that was Hoskins with a carry. And was there another penalty on the field?
22. Looks like.
Well, it'll be a 2nd and 9 from the 41-yard line. We get things sorted out. Some other scores to pass along. New Braunfels, the Unicorns on top of San Marcos, 21-12. That a halftime score. Let's see if we can get an update on that for you. Here's a handoff across the 40.
That's Travis McCracken.
That is McCracken coming
last
into the
carry
game.
Also. He's got in the ball game, it looks like.
That's correct. Number 32 in the running back position.
They wearing the clock down a little bit here.
Might as well eat that thing. The 40-yard line's the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 3rd and 8 as the Rangers break huddle. Single receiver either side for Nutt with a lone back in the backfield. Now the back goes in motion. Here's Nutt dropping back, looking downfield. He's got a man all by his lonesome. And, of course, Zach McDonald. And that's a touchdown for Smithson Valley.
It's a good ball by Jalen. Jalen's done a really nice job of not managing the offense. Running, throwing the football. It'll be exciting to watch as the year progresses.
I mean, McDonald couldn't have been more by himself if, you know, he really was by himself, all to his lonesome to catch that one and haul it in.
Yeah, they ran a little stop and go out there. The receiver ran about 8 yards and pulled up, and they faked the pump, and then he ran right by the corner as the corner came on down to play the stop route. So
Hoser with the extra point with 8:08 left to go in the ball game. Smithson Valley has opened it up 45-20 over Harker Heights. Back with more in a moment right here on the Ranger Network.
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless, your Smithson Valley dentist. We are proud to be located right here in the Spring Branch Bulverde community. On Highway 46, between Ranger Stadium and Highway 281, you'll find Summer Hill Dental. Dental care with advanced technology, we specialize in family, cosmetic, and implant dentistry. Come see us at Summer Hill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
Back with you down at Ranger Stadium here on the campus of Smithson Valley High School. Nice reception from Zach McDonald from 41 yards out. Taking it to pay dirt. Rangers on the board once again. Extra point good. 8:08 left to go in tonight's ball game, and the Rangers have opened it up by 25 with a 45-20 lead over Harker Heights. And the Ranger faithful, of course, up on their feet for the kickoff. This one once again handled by Terrence Carter. And I guess basically what they would call a fair catch. Same principle on a kickoff.
Well, it hit the ground. I'm not exactly sure why he didn't have to take a knee or anything with that. Smithson Valley Blue kicked it about 30 yards down there, trying to not let them set up the return, and it worked.
Yeah, the 30-yard line is the line of scrimmage. That's where Harker Heights will take over, 1st and 10. They got 2 receivers to the far side, single receiver near side for quarterback Sean West. He takes the snap, unloads. He has his man. That's Terrence Carter. Down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a pickup of 5.
That's little Flores. That's a good play right there. Again, you're not going to stop that route in the coverage that they ran, but when he catches a ball, that was it. He didn't get any extra yards.
2nd and 5 Knights. Line of scrimmage is their own 35-yard line. 2 receivers either side this time for quarterback Sean West. Low snap. West pulls it up. West feeling a little pressure. Runs up and unloads, and this time he just flat overthrows everybody.
You got a flag down here.
And there is a flag on the play. We'll check out the penalty marker. Apparently another sideline warning on Smithson Valley. So that time, apparently, West was just feeling a lot of pressure coming from the defense, just unloaded it. Hopes that somebody could run under it.
He threw that thing a long way.
That's the way they've been playing this evening. 2 receivers far side, single receiver to the near side on a 3rd and 5 for Harker Heights. West drops back once again, steps up, tries to unload, feeling pressure. West will go down.
Yeah, they covered him with 7 that time. The front 4 got that sack, and that was really what you would refer to as a coverage sack. You know, they had him covered up real good. Quarterback couldn't throw it anywhere. Held the ball longer than he would like to, and ended up with the sack.
Seminaro came over to finish that off. I believe the first to hit him was Gavin Woods. Now it's a 4th and 6 from the 34-yard line. Here's the punt. A catch made.
It's Bowman. That's Lane.
That's Bowman.
That's Coach Bowman's son.
And it'll be a first down for Smithson Valley. Line of scrimmage. They're going to mark this, well, at the Smithson Valley 38. 6:38 left to go in tonight's ball game. Smithson Valley's opened up a big 25-point lead. His score's now 45-20. Rangers over Harker Heights.
Coach Hill putting some other kids some playing time in here today. Looked like a changed quarterback. Got Jacob Cernahouse in there. Probably some others also.
Cernahouse, the pitch. Goes right side, and once again, that's Travis McCracken. And I guess it is a good idea to give some of the second stringers and young guys the reps. You never can tell when you're going to need to call on them during the course of the season. And there's no substitute for experience.
Right, there's no doubt. Getting them in the ball game. They practice like the rest of them. When you get a chance to get them in the game, they need to get it in the ball game. Because, again, like you said, if somebody goes down, they got to be ready to go. There's nothing like real game experience.
Here's the snap. Cernahouse with a handoff. And Avery breaking tackles out to near midfield.
He's had a good ball game.
Avery,
too.
very slippery running back, absolutely.
Yeah, he's had a really fine ball game. Of course, again, in behind that offensive line, you got to give them credit too.
And the clock continues to move with now 5.5 minutes left to go in tonight's game. It'll be 1st and 10 for Smithson Valley. Line of scrimmage is the Harker Heights 49-yard line. Cernahouse calling signals. Takes the snap. Complete pass across the 40 down to near the 35-yard line. That pass goes to Dylan Domel, rather.
12 yards on the play.
And that'll move the ball to the 37-yard line. That'll move the chains, and it's another first down for Smithson Valley. Cernahouse taking the snap. Cernahouse, another pass to the right side.
That's Eggleston. That's Garrison Eggleston.
That was Eggleston with the reception.
Target.
Or correction, I guess it was just out of his reach.
That's too
Oh, he hauled that in. Here's a replay. Let's check this out. Yep, just dropped it. Maybe just turned his eyes upfield before he knew he had the ball and didn't look at it into his hands, as they always say, the old adage. 2nd and 10, 37-yard line is the line of scrimmage. Here's Cernahouse. Here's the handoff. Once again, this is Avery. He'll get about a yard, maybe to the 36, before he's wrapped up.
I'm sure they like to want to run this clock out with offense right here, not turn it back over to Harker Heights offense.
Well, both
see what they can do here on 3rd down, huh?
Both teams with their full regiment of timeouts, but we'll see how that comes to play here later in the game. 4 minutes left. They're actually saying Avery got no gain on that last play. And you know what? No sooner do I say that both teams. See how that works?
Yes.
Smithson Valley takes one, so it's a timeout. Timeout for Smithson Valley with 3:59 left to go in tonight's ball game. You know, you were talking, as we normally do, coming back from halftime. Both teams have gone to the locker room. Both teams make adjustments. Okay, what exactly are we talking about adjusting when you're in the locker room?
Well, you know, just speaking from the offensive side of the ball for Smithson Valley, they're going to go in and they're going to take everything they did in the first half, and they're going to, in a matter of about 18 minutes, they're going to break down all that information, figure out what their best plays were in the first half, and they're going to go back and revisit those and put them in some kind of a sequence, and they're going to start off the second half with those plays. They're not going to, you know, they're now pinpointing what did work in the first half, where they might have ran some things in the first half that didn't work, but you had to run those to see if they were going to, maybe a formation or a play or something. So they'll scrap all that and bring what's working in the second half, and again, they did a really nice job with all of that. On the first drive, they took it, marched right down the field. So,
well, on a 3rd and 10 from the 37, that time the handoff to Avery, that one seemed like it may have been a miscue. Avery's feet may have gone out from under him. And that'll bring out a 4th down. 4th and 12 after a loss of a couple.
You know, defensively, it's tough to evaluate what you did wrong defensively in the first half if you're Smithson Valley, because they played a really fine first half, but they gave up a couple of big plays. So try to find a way to maybe give your corners a little bit of help in some situations.
And here we go, pass complete. They're going to be stopped well shy of a first down, and Harker Heights will take over, as that time making the reception for Smithson Valley was number 27, Caden Kirkpatrick. Coming over to make the stop that time for Harker Heights was Thomas Sinclair from his cornerback position.
Yeah, look like they're letting some kids get in there on defense also, much like they did offensively, which is good to see.
And Harker Heights will take over on downs, 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Here's West with the snap. Here's the handoff. This is Washington. He's pushing that line to try and get to the 35, 3 tough yards. for that big Harker Heights running back. Powerful young man. Amir Washington. Well, they're going to say his forward progress stopped at the 34, so they'll give him a pickup of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 8. Once again, Washington, a quick out. That is Sanders, or Sanford, correction, as he takes the pass. And
Sanford's had a pretty good ball game tonight.
He's run the football well.
Yeah.
Nice receptions out of the backfield, too, for positive yardage.
Yes.
He'll take this across 45 to about the 47-yard line. That'll move the chains and give the Knights a 1st and 10 from that point. Trips to the far side, single receiver near side. That's Terrence Carter on this 1st down. Handoff once again goes to Amir Washington.
A good tackle there made by Cole Douglas, defensive end, getting some time in the ball game.
And 2 minutes left in this one this evening. Smithson Valley will take this one and move on to play the Madison Mavericks next week. Trips to the far side, single receiver near side, dropping back is West, unloading once again. Looking for Carter. And we've seen that quite a bit this evening as Carter hauls that in.
I don't know.
That young man just an offensive threat. So the line of scrimmage is the 10-yard line. It's 1st down for Harker Heights with 1:26 left to go in this one. Here's West, the snap. Here's the give to Washington, bullying his way.
Well, Washington is low
into the end zone.
He's a load. It's a good run by him.
He certainly is a good head of steam. He runs the football well and takes it in for the Harker Heights touchdown with 1:14 left to go in this. On to try the extra point. This is Diego Fierro. And the extra point is good. And with 1:14 left to go in this one this evening, our score now is Smithson Valley 45. Harker Heights 27. Back for the final 1:14 in just a moment here on the Rangers Network.
Jonathan and Drew face off in a Hollywood home build-off, and the competition, I smell fear, never stops building. It's lights, camera, renovation. An all-new Brother vs. Brother, Wednesday night at 9 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV, GVTC, channel 578.
I will find you the perfect house.
Ooh, yeah. I know exactly what you want.
My goodness. All you have to do is
love it.
Or list it.
This house has so much potential, it's ridiculous.
I got a great house they love.
Yeah, bring it.
All new Love It or List It, Monday night at 9 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV, GVTC, channel 578.
Back with you down at Ranger Stadium on the campus of Smithson Valley High School. We just saw Amir Washington take the ball over from 10 yards out to cut the Smithson Valley lead to 45-27. Knights kick off. And I believe that's Flores fielding that. Or correction.
That's little Bathitas, number 19. That's Braden Bathitas on that. they put their hands team out there expecting an onside kick by Harker Heights, and Harker didn't really onside kick it. They just kind of blooped it over the front line, came up and fielded it.
So the Rangers will go on offense. As we mentioned, they'll be taking on Madison next Friday night. Followed by some interesting contests, some tough teams. San Antonio Wagner on the schedule following Madison. Also, they've got New Braunfels, who at last check, I believe, was winning. I'll see if I can get a final on that here in just a moment. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Here's a give straight ahead, some tough running. And that time, once again,
you got Derek
that
Mata.
is the run.
I'm sorry, Roland. I didn't mean to stop. We got a new quarterback in there, Derek Mata, number 14, which is their holder on their extra points.
And hand off that time to McCracken. That is correct. Derek in the ball game to kind of wind down the final seconds here, I guess.
It's probably could be the last snap of the ball game. It just depends whether or not Coach Hill decides to let it run out or run another play.
2nd and 5 to give McCracken once again. So he gets across the 35 down to around the 36-yard line. And that ought to do it. As nobody's stopping the clock, and both teams, or at least Smithson Valley, heading out onto the field at this time. The final 10, Smithson Valley's going to go 1-0 thus far on the season as they head on to take on Madison next Friday night. And Coach Mochigamba, your thoughts?
Well, that's a good, obviously they won the ball game. Everything wasn't beautiful or pretty as you would like for it to be, but there's always room for improvement. But you got to be real excited about the way things unfolded. You came out, you played well early. Really, speaking from the defensive side, I think they played really well tonight. They gave up a couple of big plays, but other than that, Harker Heights didn't have a whole lot of success. Then offensively, they really controlled all night long. Harker Heights really never had an answer for them offensively. So they're going to be proud of each other, which is good. They had a good ball game, but they got plenty of work to do. They got some big trains coming down the track soon also. Absolutely,
and certainly some things that you look at this evening that you see are very promising for the weeks to come. The play of Jalen Nutt, the play of Gabe Hoskins, the play of Garrett Brooks, just to name a few, that on the offensive end. And what a job that offensive line did this evening in helping to blow those holes open for big runs for Hoskins and, of course, for Justin Avery.
Sure, it was good to see both those guys. They had really great nights tonight, but one that gets a lot of the credit's offensive line and Jalen. I mean, Jalen ran the team tonight like he needs to, like you want your quarterback to. He's the leader of it all, and everything comes through him, and he did a nice job. He ran some big runs tonight. Of course, a lot of their run game is RPO. It's an option. He can run it, pass it, reading different people, and for what it looked like up here, he did a good job tonight also with all of that. So.
And a big tip of the hat to the Ranger defense, Trey Moore. We knew we were going to see it from him. Luke Seminaro. Also the likes of the defensive secondary, the former Noah Flores and David DeHoyos, Cooper Douglas, all who came up big this evening.
Yeah, they did. They did a good job. And that whole back end, you had Flores, Bowman, DeHoyos, Cooper back there, little Bafitas back there, and it's a progress. They won tonight, but as Coach Hill would tell you, they didn't do anything but win a football game tonight. They didn't make the playoffs tonight. They didn't win a playoff game. They didn't win the district championship. They're getting ready for those things, and that's what these games are all about right now, is preparing. So when you get those opportunities later in the season, you're ready to go. So great start, and congratulations goes out to them. And Harker Heights, they got a good ball club over there, and they'll be fine too.
Coach, I thank you so much this evening. It's been enjoyable. Let's do it again.
Thank you, Roland. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Our final once again, Smithson Valley 45, Harker Heights 27. For Coach Joe Mochigamba, yours truly, Roland J. Reese, and all of our production staff here with the Rangers Network and Wake Productions, we wish you a good evening and so long, everybody.